And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 389. So I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we actually are going to be doing something we did before on an episode of the MSK show that I did with Full Metal Nate, and that is we are going to be e-fapping several people's, videos on their YouTube channel, and we will provide commentary over them. Now, the difference with this episode compared to the last one was more focused on like politics and just kind of shitting on Piers Morgan for being an absolutely disgusting, filthy cuck to his wife, which was just the most hilarious thing that I think I've laughed at on this show ever. That had me in literal tears when I watched that guy's video. When
I think I've rewatched that segment of that episode probably like maybe a couple times, just because it doesn't stop being funny. Like it's like every 5 minutes, me and you were just fucking dying.
And on that episode where I was with Full Metal Nate the last time, and we e-fapped some of Piers Morgan versus Nick Fuentes debate on Piers Morgan's YouTube channel, and then the final end of that episode, we had started e-fapping like Jody's Corner's State of the DCU video. We got like 10 minutes in, so we are going to continue where we left off with that one, finish that video up, and then we're going to be actually going and e-fapping 3C Films' MCU videos talking about the Avengers Doomsday trailer leak, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer leak, and then we're going to talk about the brand new Avengers Doomsday X-Men, trailer leak, where it apparently has James Marsden's Cyclops actually getting a redemption story. And I will say this, when Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man saved Mary Jane, as fucking Zendaya is called in the MCU, which is a horrible fucking cast for Mary Jane in
Michelle
general.
Jones or whatever the fuck her name is. Like,
I remember, that was one of the last times my theater was packed out for Spider-Man, and the whole crowd just standing ovation when he finally figured out how to save someone, doing what he did and not killing her. Because people have said this has been like a long running theory for a long time. It's like a lot of people think he actually did kill her when he shot the web at her when Gwen Stacy was falling in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's like, did the webbing to her neck when he pulled it kill her, or did her head hitting the concrete kill her? That's always been a long-standing, theory and debate with that movie, and he perfected it in No Way Home. And he actually saved the girl, and he didn't kill her potentially. That was an awesome redemption moment for that character, and we hadn't even got to see him fully get his Spider-Man trilogy because, Sony, that movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, is absolutely disgustingly filthy trash. And that at the time was the lowest grossing Spider-Man movie. So they didn't know what to do with Spider-Man. So they're like, you know what? The MCU can have him, because the MCU was doing very well at that moment in time. So
that movie came out the same year X-Men Days of Future Past came out. I was dating a girl at the time where she really wanted to go see X-Men. I really wanted to see Amazing Spider-Man 2. I hadn't seen it yet. So we ended up seeing Days of Future Past, and then like maybe a month later, I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out on Redbox. I was so excited. Started watching it. I got like 10 minutes in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I saw X-Men and didn't spend money on this. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
I saw the first one in theater with some church acquaintances. I never really called them friends. Like throughout my life, now that I've realized, we were just mostly acquaintances. So I remember all that Spider-Man drama that ended up happening, and I remember I went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man, I think opening weekend, actually. I remember we saw it like Saturday late night. And I think that movie has a lot of good about it. It's got some little bad, but it's an overall enjoyable movie. It's actually pretty enjoyable compared to how the last trilogy left a bad taste in people's mouths with the final movie. And I was like, okay, there's some good here. Let's see where it goes. And then the second movie, good Lord, just shitted on me completely.
I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 leaves a way worse taste than Spider-Man 3 does.
Oh no, man! I can't, man. So what you're saying is there's nothing amazing about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
I'm saying it's like they took every bad idea from Spider-Man 3 and just decided to ramp it up by 11.
That was Spider-Man. That was Amazing Spider-Man 2 that did that. Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just god awful. Like so like I was fine with the first one. It's a all right movie to me. Nothing great. It's just not amazing. It's like all right, you know. But fucking bad.
Ask yourself, MSK, what did we learn from the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Oh, we learned that superpowered electricity can apparently heal the gaps between your teeth.
No, I didn't learn that. I learned that Dan Dion should never play Harry Osborn ever again. That's what I learned.
We learned that being a creepy stalker for a celebrity somehow makes you a victim. Like it's,
they tried to make Electro sympathetic. That's not Max Dillon's origin.
I'm so sorry. The moment that motherfucker's like in the mirror talking to himself and he pulls out a birthday cake out of the fridge and he starts talking.
He's just some weird autistic dude.
He's fantasizing about talking to Spider-Man. I'm like, I can't like this guy. He's just fucking weird.
Like it's weird. Like, you don't understand. You know how you watch movies and girls do that with guys. They'll have like pictures of a guy that they are in love with, but that he's already married, and they put like bullet pins on the.
Maybe he didn't want to talk to him. Maybe he just wanted to fuck Spider-Man. Let's be honest here.
It's weird. I'll be honest. It's weird when girls do that in movies. It's gonna be weirder when guys do that. And it was crazy. You know how like I told you I grew up and I had Spider-Man comics for a little bit and like a newspaper subscription and shit. Mm-hmm. I actually had Electro's comic books. That was like the last time I had them before my mom's newspaper subscription ran out because she couldn't afford it. And it's that issue of him kicking Electro up in he kicks his head. Because you know what's crazy is Electro in his first appearance when he fights Spider-Man beats him. So I know how strong Electro is, and I know his origin, and I'm like, this is not Electro. This is just trash. Like he was just weird. He was like, Spider-Man. Oh my god, I'm black. Why was the black guy autistic?
I'm black.
I'm fuck.
You know that is another character that did kind of get redeemed in Spider-Man No Way Home. Was Electro.
I'm still not a fan of the casting, but at least it was a nice bounce back compared to what he was. But to be fair, anything outside of what he just did was going to be considered better because like that was to the literal floor.
Well, I mean I can appreciate the aesthetic of when he's using his powers. You see like the classic like Electro face mask like come over his face and it's all electric and shit. Where in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I mean he was directly read from like the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, just that look of being blue.
God. Because one guy kept saying, "Oh, it's from the Ultimate comics." I'm like, "Oh, gold." Then that's just telling me that characterization of him was terrible.
It's a cool look. It's just they didn't do shit. They just didn't do shit with the character.
Like literally, if people don't actually, because I know Max Dillon is his name. He literally beat Spider-Man in his first battle with him. So I know how powerful Electro is. And just the way the movie set him up was so bad. Then you have that storyline where Harry and Peter are supposed to be like cool friends, but they never. So you don't really even feel that throughout the damn movie when they're supposed to build this plot to you. Norman Osborn just dies. You're just like, what the fuck?
MSK, could you imagine there's some alternate universe out there where I met you the one time for the Doctor Strange review, and then you forgot my name, and it started my supervillain arc where I'm just trying to hunt you down. You lied to me.
My
you forgot James, my name.
We were debating. He was actually using this as an argument. I was like, dude, you're just wrong. He was saying that Amazing Spider-Man didn't have more than one villain. I'm like, yes, it does. Rhino, even though he has very small time, is a villain.
Still a villain.
Still a villain. That one guy that they had, he's an amazing actor. It's that bald guy who tries to take over Oscorp after Norman dies from Harry. That guy is a tremendously great actor. I forget his name. I'm always blanking. He's really good. He's a villain. He's trying to take over Oscorp. Harry's a villain. Okay, so that's like three villains right there.
I guess you could throw Alistair Smythe in there too, because he's.
But you said Electro. They had 4 fucking villains in this movie.
That's great. I mean, and plus all the other stuff they're setting up, like at the end of the movie. You know, Felicia Hardy has like a brief cameo in it. She's played by Daisy Edgar Jones, I think.
Well, so at the time, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone were dating. Because this I know if you guys know this, is back in the day, Shailene Woodley was supposed to replace Gwen Stacy as Mary Jane. They filmed scenes, but they
Yeah,
cut
they
them
did.
because they wanted to keep that chemistry with Gwen Stacy and Peter alive, because that was one of the best aspects of the first movie that a lot of people liked. You know, at least Peter's dad is still alive. Yes, one of the actual best scene in that movie is deleted.
It's not even in the movie. Like,
what a shit fucking film. What a terrible fucking movie.
And once again,
absolute garbage.
And once again, what that scene proves is that Andrew Garfield has like really good acting chops, man. Like when he's like when he's screaming at him in the fucking graveyard, like asking him where the hell he's been and all that. Like you feel that fucking emotion, dude. Like you feel bad for that guy. I'm just like, people really don't give him the respect he deserves. There is an alternate universe out there where he went on to be one of the greatest on-screen interpretations of Spider-Man. Like,
yeah. I've always said I've never disliked his portrayal of Spider-Man at all. I think all of them have their pros and cons, but it's not. I don't think none of them are overall bad at doing what Peter Parker Spider-Man and what they should feel like in a movie. I don't think they're bad. It's just Tom Holland's to me was worse because he didn't have an Uncle Ben. The spider sense doesn't really work properly. He doesn't have any like good fight scenes. Really, doesn't Spider-Man stuff. Dude, there's a second movie. Dude, Far From Home might be even worse than Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's a Spider-Man movie with the concept of him being like, I give up being Peter. I give up being Spider-Man. That movie sucks too. That movie is balls.
That might be a bit of a stretch. At least I can watch Far From Home and go, you know
can?
What? I like.
I'm good.
At least I can watch the movie and go, Jake Gyllenhaal's cool as shit. He's chewing up scenery. You can't pay me to rewatch The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The only good scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2 was the death of Gwen Stacy that they did. That's like the only good scene in it. And that's like toward the very, very end. That's like the literal end of the movie they do that. Or I have to play the other card like you said. I have to watch Far From Home, and it's just Jake Gyllenhaal. That's how you know that movie sucks. People only talk about the Jake Gyllenhaal stuff. No one gives a that Peter Parker, Tom Holland shit was garbage in that movie. What the fuck were they doing? Just what a waste of a film. God damn, that movie is so bad. So if you told me I had to watch either of those movies, well, gotta get the gun.
Would you now if you were trapped on an island and you had a choice from these two Spider-Man movies to watch, like forever? Would you rather watch Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man Far From Home?
Fuck. I have to watch Spider-Man 3 because Far From Home is so.
You really hate garbage. Far From Home that bad? Damn.
Far From Home was bad.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I have always been an avid Spider-Man 3 defender, but you really hate Far From Home that bad?
I think if we did a ranking, that's next time I have her on, we'll do an actual Spider-Man film ranking. Those two movies are the worst. They could be interchangeable. They're so bad. They're awful movies.
You really think Amazing Spider-Man 2's not worse than those two?
Spider-Man 3 would be above like Homecoming for me. So if I did a bottom four, it would be like Amazing Spider-Man 2. No, because it would be Far From Home, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man 3. That's what I would have those at.
That got me thinking.
Far From Home, I think that movie just fucking stinks.
It's also crazy to think there's also another alternate timeline where John Malkovich was the Vulture and not Michael Keaton.
Right.
Yeah. Because I know they were just starting production on Spider-Man 4, and then like it got canceled with like maybe a few weeks into production.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, so we're gonna go over the rest of Jody's video. So me and Nate didn't watch Peacemaker season 2. I watched season 1. I actually really enjoyed Peacemaker season 1. I thought it was actually pretty good, enjoyable actually. But we're not going to cover that part of his video because that would be disingenuous of us to cover something we haven't watched. That would be just fucking worthless, right? So we're gonna pick up where we left off at the part of his video where it says the creator of the MCU formula. Good Lord, can't wait for takes like these to really arise, can't we? All right, let's do full screen. I'm going to get it ready in just a moment here. What about the Spider-Man live action? You mean Spider-Man? I never saw that. About that, I never saw that.
I saw the Japanese Spider-Man where he's got a Megazord.
For me, the best anything Spider-Man, if you're talking about not even just Spider-Man 2, and I love the original Spider-Man 2 with Sam Raimi and that first movie too. I think Spider-Man animated series season 1 is by far and away one of, if not the best iterations of Spider-Man on screen. That shit is so damn good. Season 1 is just I
mean the later seasons got some really good shit in them too. But
yeah, the thing with the later seasons, the reason why I have Spider-Man anime series a little bit lower than the other ones, like the other DC ones too, is because do you remember the season where Mary Jane comes back and it turns out she's just like some water clone?
Yeah, she was like cloned from Hydra Man or something.
Wait. He's sticking his dick in water. First of all, I know how vaginas feel. Yes, they're wet, obviously, but that
assholes with lube don't count, MSK.
Like you want to convince me this guy was surprised that he was fucking a water clone? And keep in mind, she acted like Mary Jane, and then she was like, I remember the Mary Jane you talk about. She must have loved you. What the fuck? My god.
Well, I mean, in his defense, at least the lubrication was good then. I mean,
you're not fucking anything. It's not a vagina. It's pure water.
Peter didn't know that.
That's why for me, Spider-Man the anime series for the later seasons, they're just a lot weaker. That first season is just
I don't know, man. Like it in the later seasons, one of the biggest highlights is the introduction of the Green Goblin. Like when Norman Osborn finally becomes the Green Goblin.
That's like season 2, like the Hobgoblin.
It's like
that was good. Yeah,
it's like that's like the end of season 2 going into season 3.
How many seasons? It's 4 seasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say from what I remember, like the later seasons, like after season 2 get really just like, it's not that they're bad, it's just like they're not as good as the other two, and you're like, you can tell that maybe studio ideas for the show changed based on its popularity. I have no clue, honestly. How about that X-Men crossover? Oh, I remember that one. That was good. I forgot what season that was, but I remember that. I do remember that.
I think that's when he's like turning into
the arms, right?
Yeah, he's turning into the Spider Mutant, and he goes to the X-Men like looking for help.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I think him, Blade, and Wolverine like team up or something like that.
I want more plasma. They couldn't say blood.
Dear God! And they gave him these weird like suckers on his hands. I'm like, he's a fucking vampire. What vampire do you know has these?
Well, they whited Blade. Remember, Blade in that series is white, guys. He's not black. That Blade is white. You won't convince me he's black. Look at this. I'll show you right now.
He's black adjacent.
No, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.
He looks like this guy. No,
here, you gotta tell me this is black? Look at this guy. Let me get a better picture. Let me get a big. No, what the fuck? Let me get a nice one. Come on.
Okay, it's from the 90s. Oh, there we go.
Look at this. That guy's black?
He looks like Tombstone if Tombstone was slightly darker.
No, but I love Spider-Man the animated series, despite the later seasons not being as strong. I think it's a good show.
I don't know. That version of Blade is kind of cringe too. Like when he shows up for the first time, he's like, "I will slay you, vampire," and I'm just like, "Okay, bro."
Dude, even the creator of that show said the only reason why it ever went into production was ever made was because it was meant to sell toys.
Yeah,
that's it. He literally, I remember there was an interview. I swear to God, I might be misremembering this. He literally said they told him he could do whatever. He could have did a show where Spider-Man was getting ass fucked by a dildo. All it meant to Sony was just to sell toys.
I don't know, man. That 90s version of Black Cats does something to me, man.
Best Black Cat on screen, in my opinion.
I guess that's what started my love for the muscle mommies, because, dude, she's got some fucking muscles in that show.
Yeah. Like I remember and what's crazy is because the guy that did all that good stuff for Spider-Man the animated series never gets the credit. He did that Spider-Verse concept. He also brought in the the symbiote. Yeah, remember like the symbiote coming and taking over Peter, which was like the 90s Todd McFarlane run with that arc. Like, it's so crazy how Marvel never gives that guy anything. Like, why wasn't that guy allowed to write on the Spider-Man 94 continuation comic series?
Well, it's kind of like the guy who created Deadpool. Like, nobody ever gives that motherfucker credit anymore.
Yeah, like, and what's crazy is I will always respect that guy because he was told by the studio, you could pretty much just do whatever as long as it sells toys. We don't care. He made apps, and he did not have to do that. He didn't have to make something that good in season 1, but he just started cooking.
So I can blame those fuckers for the Spider-Mobile. All right.
Yeah, that was always cringe.
I will also give the 90s show.
Swing. Why would you ever seeing Spider-Man? Imagine him running up to Batman in the stoplight, being like, "Yo, what's up, my dude?" peace. What the fuck?
He like web lines up a wall. It goes around the corner. Batman's like, what the fuck?
Oh, God, man. So we're gonna what?
I was going to say one more thing. I will also give the 90s show credit just because it took a lot of Spider-Man's like lower tier villains and actually gave them decent episodes. Like the big wheel episode.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. There were some crazy ones there. Like
Spot.
I will say the dialogue can be a little corny and cringy if you hear it now. The way he's talking to Shocker when he has the
get back here, Shocker! Shocker! The motherfucker legit went, you can't escape me.
Yeah, I will say I will say the openings for Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, Spider-Man the animated series, and X-Men animated series. Those are and Batman Beyond, Static Shock. What's crazy is I know Static Shock's opening. I never watched Static Shock, but I've watched the opening.
You've never watched Static Shock?
No,
dude, you're missing
by the
out.
time it came on when I was younger, I was already at school. Every time. I never had a chance to watch it. But all right, we're gonna continue off of this timestamp right here. And after that, we're going to do 3C Films' videos on the Avengers Doomsday trailer leak, Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer leak, and
You're getting roasted Avengers in your chat for not watching Static Shock now.
Yeah, I never got a chance because it came on Kids WB, and I would always have Kids WB coming on in the morning when I would go to school, and Yu-Gi-Oh would come on for reruns at random times. Like
that's why you didn't watch Static Shock. You were too busy watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
By the time the Static Shock would come on and Yu-Gi-Oh was over, I'd catch the bus to go to school. That was it. There's nothing I could really do, you know?
Yeah.
But the opening for Static Shock and Batman Beyond are just like, damn, what happened to good openings when you would love what? Now people have the option to skip the intro. I never skipped intros as a kid. I always want to know what the song was because those were fucking bangers.
Well, it's back when we lived in the era when people weren't pussies. So.
All right, let's see how much of my wife I can bang tonight.
And Suicide Squad and Creature Commandos. A lot of characters, a lot of little colors, F-bombs, raunchiness, comedy, a little titty action, and very surface level writing. This is the formula that James Gunn has created. And I really want you guys to pay attention to what I've been saying for the last 7 years on Jody's Corner, is that there's only one man that's responsible for the ultimate MCU formula. It's not Kevin Feige. It is one James Gunn.
Well, Kevin Feige is the overseer of all these movies. So, I mean, this stuff can only get okayed if he allows it. I would definitely put blame on Kevin Feige for allowing it to keep happening.
Yeah.
Definitely his fault. Yeah. It's a CEO.
But
you know?
I kind of see what he's saying when he says that.
He
says it though, because it is like, okay, after they introduced the Guardians, the amount of films that they put out that kind of turned into pseudo Guardians of the Galaxy films was a direct response to Guardians of the Galaxy. Like somebody up top, probably Kevin Feige. Someone up top, probably Kevin Feige, was like, "Oh well, people like Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's just do more of that." And it's like,
well, it's weird because the movies before Guardians was what? Iron Man. So it's after Avengers. You had Iron Man 3. Then you had Thor 2.
I think Guardians came out right before,
right after Winter Soldier. Yeah. So Guardians, the first one came out after Winter Soldier. And what's crazy is Iron Man 3 has that same style of humor, and that's Shane Black that directed that.
No, that movie's got I've rewatched it again recently. It's got a lot more grit.
But the humor is still there.
But it's Iron Man. He's always got humor.
What about so Thor? I'll be honest, sir. Thor 2 is so trash. Like there were jokes, but they weren't funny, and they were just trash. Honestly,
I would rather watch Dark World than whatever the fuck Love and Thunder was.
No, yeah. I will say that if you're asking me personally, the first person that enacted this kind of MCU comedy humor, in my opinion, was actually Joss Whedon with the first Avengers movie. I think James Gunn was inspired by that, and I think he took off from that in a much more of like, okay, Joss Whedon has his style of humor, and then James Gunn kind of just built on what Avengers humor was from Joss Whedon. Because Avengers is like that. Avengers has a lot of witty, and it's funny. I'm not saying it's bad comedy. I laughed at the jokes, but James Gunn got that from Josh Whedon first.
But the thing is about the Whedon and the things about the thing about the jokes in the Avengers is that they have a place and a time. They never really overshadow the more serious moments of the film.
It's like James Gunn watched the Avengers and went, hey, let's just dial this up to 10.
And then Taika Waititi snorted a bunch of coke and was like, all right, now I'm gonna dial it up to 100.
I will say this because I know Jody brings up like, hey, the Suicide Squad movies like that. I didn't think that. I thought Suicide Squad was exactly what it should be. Suicide Squad guys should be raunchy and stupid. It's a bunch of villains that are never going to get out of jail.
It's a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah,
you can't make a serious movie like that when one of the cast members is literally named Polka Dot Man. Are you fucking kidding me?
Part of the movie, he was like, "That's your mom," and the fucking star just
he looks at all of them and he's just hallucinating his mom. Like they all look like his mom at one point.
Good Lord, man! Like, I just don't think Suicide Squad is that. I've rewatched that movie several times. I fucking love James Gunn's Suicide Squad. That's a bomb. That might be one of the best superhero movies that has come out in the last 10 years. That shit is such a banger.
It's got one of my favorite openings in any superhero movie.
Bro, that shit where they're mauling through people and then
James Gunn's like, oh, because the thing was, we didn't know about it. Like, the marketing leading up to the movie had you thinking this entire team was just going to come in and kick ass the whole fucking movie. And they pulled a Deadpool 2 where they just killed everybody.
And then you had people arguing like, well, how could fucking Bloodsport, is it Bloodsport, right? It was Idris Elba. Why could he shoot Superman with a kryptonite bullet? Guys, let's just look and understand when I'm bringing this up. There's a guy in DC. He came from Krypton because his planet was dying in a spaceship, fell into people from Kansas who couldn't have a kid, okay? This kid can fly. But yes, it's retarded and stupid that a random guy could shoot Superman with a kryptonite. We're already in what the fuck logic is that? Superman's illogical by that logic. He can fly. He can shoot lasers out of his eyes.
I didn't think that too deep into it. I just thought it was a dumb
people
joke.
Are retarded. Like, damn, how could Superman get hit with a bullet? Damn, it's actually, you know what's crazy to me? How did a baby fall out of the sky and magically land in Kansas and not in the ocean?
You know, that's somehow that stuff, guys. That's somehow a lot less dumb than the Flash putting babies in microwaves trying to save them.
Right. That's always been my argument. If you can't buy the small stuff, then the rest, guys, it's pretty illogical that a guy could fall out of he didn't really fall out of the sky, but hypothetically speaking, he fell out of the sky into Kansas when, if we're being honest here, given how Earth hasn't loved our atmosphere, you'd be in the damn ocean if this actually happened. And it's like, I don't get people anymore. Their arguments make no sense. They're like, well, Batman shouldn't be beating these characters. Yeah, Batman's also an illogical concept based off real life. This is all fantasy. I like when my stuff is more fantasy elements. Like, I hate, like, it's not that I don't like realism in it, but I think realism super I personally think realism mega contradicts all this stuff. Why would I want a superhero world to be realistic? That's the dumbest shit ever. If anyone thinks that, that's just so gay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go watch Avengers Doomsday for the realism. Okay.
the main villain's name is Dr. Doom. Just the most realism you can get out of that. Oh my goodness. Right? Superman would have no reason to think that a bullet would be anything other than a regular bullet. Right? Not kicking out Superman is pure self-preservation. Who's going to tell with the... Yes, true.
2014, he released Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's the first time that Kevin Feige realized, I don't need these A-list heroes. You could just throw D-list characters into phase 2, have comedy, have some action, and have some music and kumbaya, and people will love it.
But I think that kind of concept has a place in everything. That's the idea of what Guardians did is fine. The aftermath of how Guardians of the Galaxy rotted people's brains and also did a lot of good is the most weird pendulum effect ever, in my opinion.
Where they fucked up is they took that formula and then they tried to apply it to every single movie that they made afterwards.
Right. That's the issue.
And like you said, there's certain characters and teams and movies, you know,
That can
tone wise, where it works. You know, I don't want to go see a Batman movie where they're basically redoing the Death in the Family, and it's a fucking comedy where Batman is fucking the Batmobile in his underwear. Oh, don't know why.
You should check your search history.
It just happened. Why? Because James Gunn said so, and he thinks it's funny.
Yeah, like I don't mind if one of their franchises does that, because that makes it unique compared to the other ones. Now, I do understand his point. If all of them start doing that, then it kind of lessens it. Like I think Ragnarok is the worst of it all. Ragnarok is definitely the worst of it. Nothing is serious in that movie at all.
I think the fact that Love and Thunder exists makes Ragnarok worse in retrospective.
Good Lord. Actually, yes.
Kevin Feige was very much the real hardcore comic book adaptation, superhero, make you tingle producer.
Not just him. Ike Perlmutter did a lot of that heavy lifting with Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige constantly battled with Ike Perlmutter. Ike Perlmutter actually did a lot of heavy lifting for the MCU. And then now, without Ike Perlmutter, what does the MCU look like now? Pretty directionless.
So are you saying Ike Perlmutter was the guy that reeled in Kevin Feige?
He's the one that told them not to do a Black Widow movie because he felt like it would have failed at the box office, and he was right. They did one and it failed because
now if they had done it like before Avengers Endgame, it probably
if they did it literally after Civil War, around that period where all their movies were doing box office smash hits, it would did very well. But I understood Ike Perlmutter's points. Yeah, female super movies really aren't all that interesting or good, really. There's really not. Maybe I saw like Wonder Woman, the first one.
I can't really name anything else. I'm not going to say Captain Marvel, because the only reason that movie made $1 billion is because they were like, oh no, you have to go see this movie.
And that's the thing about Guardians that really screwed the MCU in the long term, looking back at it now. You know, like looking back at it now, Guardians showed that, yeah, you can kind of throw out a team there and it do well. But that is luck, though. They got lucky doing that, guys. That was a luck-based scenario that ended up happening, based off of the fact that in that scenario could only happen based off the other previous movies. And what was the movie that came up before Guardians? Winter Soldier, which is considered, if not the best MCU movie. So you have to look at the entirety of what happens before Guardians can apply. Guardians can only work as a concept and apply when everything else was built first, and it came after the best movie in the whole fucking franchise. Still, 11 years later, you know? And Guardians doing that well is luck, though. You can't, because a lot of the other random characters they put out didn't do well. Yes, because it was always luck. You can't just throw out random people like that and it do well. They tried it with Eternals. Look what happened there. Oh, we'll just take randoms and throw them at you. Yeah, that doesn't work. These kind of concepts don't really work more than once because, you know, it was a lot of things. It's always a lot of things.
It wasn't until James Gunn released Guardians of the Galaxy that Kevin Feige said, wow, this worked, because Guardians of the Galaxy won over audiences. Rotten Tomatoes scores is up. Movie money was up. The box office was high on that movie. So he's like, wow, let's do this some more. That's how you got your Ant-Man. That's how you got your Thor Ragnarok.
Well, Ant-Man was always coming out. Edgar Wright was always contracted to do it. He just dropped out. Ant-Man was always coming, though. Like, Ant-Man was going to come regardless of Guardians, no matter what, you know?
And the rest
Ant-Man is coming. What?
God, no.
History. The creator, the inventor, like Edison and Tesla were to electricity and powering and everybody else with the inventor of the MCU formula was none other than James Gunn.
No, it's Joss Whedon. I just vehemently disagree with that. Go watch Avengers 2012 before Guardians, and you will tell me where that came from. Avengers did it.
Just watch any Marvel movie like before Avengers, and you'll see. It was not
Thor do that? You could say Kenneth Branagh did that. Thor had, after in that middle part of the movie, there's definitely a lot of jokes there. Now they do work very well based off of.
Well, it's the fish out of water story. So you could have, it's gonna be funny because he's a fucking Norse god hanging out with puny little mortals, drinking coffee like it's ale, and smashing bugs on the floor. Yeah, this shit's funny.
I was very naive to believe that this man who created the MCU formula will come to the DCU and do something different. And that's on me. But no more.
He made one fucking movie, dude. It's not that deep.
Also,
chill the fuck out.
I will say, there's nothing wrong with having like hope and optimism. There's nothing wrong with that. I was hopeful for him too. I said, hey, he has a great resume. He might actually do very well.
Don't tell me this is one of those guys that gets his rocks off to watching Superman let millions of people die in Man of Steel. Come on.
No, he doesn't like Man of Steel at all.
Oh, okay.
Man of Steel's a fucking terrible movie.
No more. What he's done with Peacemaker, which is Guardians. What he's done with Superman, which is Guardians.
I don't think Superman is Guardians at all.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. If it's a comedy that James Gunn directed, it must be Guardians.
I will just say, his logic is a lot of other people's logic too. Basically, if a movie has a group like that, ragtag, blah blah blah, something blah blah blah, it's Guardians. It's like, no, I will say this because people always say, well, what if Aliens came out today and people would call it woke? If Star Wars, the original Star Wars movie, not even called Episode 4, which was originally called Star Wars, came out today, people would call it Guardians based off it's in space and a group of ragtag heroes come together.
Or they'd call it woke because the moment they saw Leia Organa picking up a blaster and shooting at stormtroopers and barking orders at Han Solo, oh yeah, they would have tore her ass a new one.
What he's done with the Creature Commandos, which is Guardians. What he did with Suicide Squad, which is Guardians. There was no way that he was going to affect the one movie in the DCU that I said was going to be the best of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters.
He threw that shit out the window.
It's literally the first movie. We have nothing else to compare it to. Like,
you have one movie and 2 TV shows. That's just not enough at all.
A TV show that nobody watched, and another show where this
nobody watched,
and another show where this formula is kind of necessary.
Like, I don't care if people say I don't think Superman did that well at the box office. Depending on what you guys may think of how I feel about that movie. I don't hate Superman. Now, I do think it has a lot of flaws, but I don't hate the movie. But if you're trying to convince me it made money at the box office, it did not. I don't think Warner Brothers is happy with making less than Man of Steel 12 years ago and it only bringing in 613 is what it brought in, or 616 or some shit like that. They spent almost $300 million on this movie. You tell me they're happy with just getting 600? No, they're not. I'm not happy with that shit. Whatever you guys got to do to convince yourself, do that in your own time. You will not convince me.
Coping and see.
I need that. That's the thing. I need that. Bro, holy shit. People are so crazy that they think that a studio, if I spent $300 million on a movie and I've been filming this movie for 2 years, do you guys think I would be fine making 613? Not just 613, the theaters take 50% of that. Nobody in their right mind would be okay with that. They can gaslight themselves and believe that's okay. That's fine. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe for 1 second that movie did profit in the theaters. If you want to believe that, sure, go ahead, do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't, and I think they're lying. That's my opinion. They can go fuck off. And James Gunn, can I have your wife? I'm joking. It
wasn't Superman. Even while I was promoting Superman, I was still telling you there's one movie that I think is going to be better than Superman, and that's Craig Gillespie's Supergirl. I believe that Craig Gillespie, who knows how to direct female-led movies, a la I, Tonya, a la Cruella.
Unpopular opinion, if you remove Cruella out of that is a fantastic movie. If you just take Cruella out of it, that is a fantastic movie. But you look back and go, this is based off a lady that murders dogs.
Yeah.
I said, this director I could get behind. He understands. Supergirl's in good hands with him. It was a red flag. Anna Nageri
looks exactly the way I thought they would look. Just pointing it out. Look exactly how I thought. Yeah.
Just British and old.
Supergirl. What had my eye on her is that without any filmography at all, without any motion picture movie releases in Hollywood, nothing but a short story, James Gunn would give Anna Nagaria 3 major motion picture films.
Yeah, that's called cronyism. And I will say, to his point, I pointed that out a lot too. Like when he revealed his advisory team, which was Tom King, that chick, and the other chick that wrote Birds of Prey and The Flash. I think it was Christina Hodson. Like, if that's not a red flag to you, then I don't know what is considered a red flag. I literally don't know what could be a red flag to you if you actually think having Christina Hodson on your team to write a movie, a superhero movie, is a good idea.
You know, MSK, I'm going to start taxing you every single time you remind me that Birds of Prey is a thing.
That quite literally is one of the
I literally forget that movie exists until you bring it up.
I wasted my time in my life watching that. So you guys will have to experience that with me every day.
Films to be the writer, the exclusive writer of these movies. I'm like, who is Anna Nagaria? I have a video that dissects her, what she's about, and the only product that she's ever written, starred in, and I believe directed, her short film that's about 12 minutes long. I'll put the link down below. Here's an actual card right here to go to watch that whole video so you can yourself decide whether you think that she's going to be a good writer for the DCU.
She's a woman. I have no doubt. I have no hope or praising women in general. I could just, no, she's a woman. She's probably going to suck ass.
So without me knowing anything about her, she gets...
Unless they remove Christina Hodson, which I didn't know about. But it's like, hey...
They're not going to... They can't do that without someone calling them sexist, though.
Imagine that the flagship person they had at one point was Christina Hodson. Holy fuck. Kill me now.
Punch! Supergirl. James gave her Teen Titans. James also gave her Wonder Woman. In what world does a woman with very little experience, almost no experience writing films, get 3 tentpole movies? That's like the equivalent of an intern making partner in the first week.
Fatality.
It's because she hasn't made a lot of films. They can pay her cheaply, and if the movie bombs, and if the movie bombs and is somehow gets fucked into the ground, they can use her as a scapegoat.
Yeah, I'll be honest here. That's the only reason why they have her, is because she hasn't proven herself in their eyes, so they can kind of just pay her whatever, and she knows she has to take that because this is her big break. They know that going in. Like, this is a known thing that you have to think in your head, like, hey, if I do good on these movies and I write them very well, maybe not be box office success, but if I write them very well and people like them, despite the money not being there, I'll be kept on my job. This is her big break. She has 3 chances. I know people that have made, like, we've watched movies before. They get 1 chance and you're fucking screwed. You're done if that movie's failed. She gets 3 chances. That's crazy.
These things don't happen unless there's like bread being buttered, or there's some family ties, relationship ties, some other type of ties that would give her this exclusive deal. I mean, it's unheard of. Even Patty couldn't get her Wonder Woman 3 until 2 came out. So she didn't even get her 3. So it's crazy to me where a woman can get this much power and control over the DCU.
Yeah, it's quite literally the definition of simping. They're like, and I agree with him. This is what a lot of people do. They go, well, there's a lot of men writing these movies. Why don't we have a lot of women writing these movies? Gee, it could just very well be they're just not interested. It's just that simple. People think like diversity of outcome means like not how to say this. Like, people think if they don't see like enough diversity in something, then there's an issue and a problem there. When it's like, no, I don't think a lot of women are that interested in male superhero fantasy.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying women can't write decent stories or decent superhero media. Here's the problem, though. They don't hire the people that have good resumes. They cast directors based on certain things that they think that they need or have. And it's like, you know, I would rather hire this person over here who's maybe made 3 films, 3 good movies, and you know, he's a male, versus this woman over here who's made a few short films for the internet, but we're going to hand her the keys to the kingdom and give her $300 million to make Teen Titans or Wonder Woman or something like that. It's like, there's a person over there more qualified for this job. Why are we giving it to this person?
Definitely way more qualified people than that bitch.
Yeah.
But we know they're just trying to pay her cheap. That's all it really is. So there's no logical reason why she should be writing any of these movies. Right, this is a new universe they're trying to build, connective, and these movies have to do well given our time period we're in right now, where theaters aren't doing as well.
Well,
you know,
they can pay her cheap, and plus she fills in those check boxes. You know, that diversity quota. You know, for every single thing they have to have now, which is fucking retarded. Like I said, they're casting people for these job positions rather than hiring people.
And we know who James Gunn is. James is the type of person that uses nepotism to his favor. His wife, his brother, Sean Gunn, in all of the Guardians movies, his wife.
I hate that argument so much. It's like, oh no, he loves his brother. How dare him put him in a movie? Fuck off.
Good Lord. I mean, I weirdly agree. It's one of those where, like, if you're trying to cast the best person for the job, probably should be the logic that goes with that. But it's just, I knew, like, you can tell that's going to come, though. Like, I don't even have to know that's nepotism to know he's going to. I knew he would do that based off the fact that I can feel how these people are going to actually go out, you know? Same thing that happened with M. Night Shyamalan, the way he, for what he did with his daughter. And that new movie that came out for him, Trap, like last year or some shit. Of course, gonna do that. Like, he's gonna give his family and friends a big break. It's just what's gonna happen, you know.
She found out that Ariana Grande was part of the cast, and that's probably why she got the part. She just wanted to hang out with Ariana Grande.
Good Lord.
It's all through Peacemaker. A lot of the friends and family that he does movies with, he keeps in a circle. The reoccurring roles. Guy Gardner is played by Nathan Fillion, who's a close friend to who? James Gunn. Now Nathan Fillion was all in Superman, and guess what? He's all in Lanterns now.
Well, it would make perfect sense why he would be in Lanterns. I mean, he quite literally is a Green Lantern. That would actually make perfect sense why he would be there. Now, if he has more screen time than Hal and John, that would be a problem. That's where you go like...
I'd imagine he's probably going to show up just to annoy them, and then they're probably going to, like, kick his goofy ass back to outer space or something like that.
Now, reshoots, more Nathan Fillion, guys. My greatest fear became a reality once I seen the Supergirl trailer. I'm looking at the Supergirl trailer, and I'm looking at Guardians of the Galaxy 4.
I just don't kind of get where people get that sentiment from. I just didn't see Guardians in this. It's because there's colorful lights, and there was a song, like an upbeat pop song. Like, yeah, I can also agree. The song choice, I don't think it was that good. I don't even like that song where it says "calm." No, I think that song's trash. Honestly, here always in that work, it's garbage.
Maybe it's the space pirates pointing guns at her. Like, are we not allowed to have guys with guns in outer space pointing them at people anymore? Like,
that's Guardians, man. Guardians ruin people's brains. I swear, dude. Anything like this. If a movie has a concept that looks like this, it's Guardians to people. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't feel jack shit from that Supergirl trailer. I watched it and I went, this made me feel absolutely nothing. But I'm telling you right now, I didn't feel Guardians from it at all. I was like, this looks like just a generic, like this literally looks like a generic sci-fi movie. That's all it looked like to me. It didn't look like Guardians at all.
That's what I'm looking at. Guardians of the Galaxy Part 4. Another one. This isn't even directed or written by James.
It's not even colored or shot like Guardians. Like, what are you talking about?
Color paletting is not the same.
Like, dude.
That's when I knew. It's not just what James writes and directs will be trash and MCU. It's anything that he oversees. Craig Gillespie doesn't look like he spent a second behind the camera of this.
That I can agree with. that right there. So like those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies that were produced by Nickelodeon that had Michael Bay producing them. Yeah, they were directed by a different guy,
but they're Michael Bay movies.
You could yeah, I fully get that criticism. I do understand. Like, people need to understand, just because Craig Gillespie is listed as a director, he could have had very, 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 very minimal control over that movie. You know,
it would be funny if he was making a really serious, like, Supergirl movie, and then James Gunn came onto set one day and like just shot him with a silenced pistol.
Went down there like the Terminator. Surprise, motherfucker!
You've been targeted for termination. You're not making the Supergirl movie I want. He just like snaps his neck in Minecraft.
Oh God! Good night, Milquetoast. See you later, buddy.
This movie, it looks like James Gunn himself wrote and directed this bad boy. The set design, the costume design, the look, the same type of music, old 80s music, that same shtick was all throughout that trailer, and none of it really highlighted who Supergirl is.
Hey, Miss
Well, I will say this. I agree with that. I mean, it's one of those things where it was a small teaser trailer. It didn't do anything for me personally. It didn't really get me excited to watch the movie, even though I am going to watch it. But it's just one of those, I don't really know. I mean, hey, people see things differently. All good. You know, people saw Guardians in it. You might be seeing Guardians everywhere. Is the Guardians in the room with you guys these days?
No matter who Supergirl is.
It's like the clowns in the room with you.
There's no clowns in here. Oh my God.
Because you're going to get nice comedy, great action, some bright colors, dangling keys, and you're going to love it. Your general statement is going to be, I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, actually, that needs to be a common sentiment around DC, because their biggest common sentiment has not been that for a very, very long time. Now, keep on when I say this, people.
No, it's been Zack Snyder hates fucking superheroes, and every single one of them are shitty now because they're all murdering sociopaths.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, I don't mind if a movie is like that, just so long as the story's competently written to a certain extent. Like, there's going to be some characters that benefits from. I wouldn't want to see a Batman movie like in the concept he just described. That would be retarded, obviously.
Oh no, you know? I'd walk out. Like at least I can give Matt Reeves this with his Batman. That feels like Batman. Like whatever the fuck James Gunn's gonna do, I don't know if that'll even like compare.
Oh yeah.
And that's all he's going for. He doesn't give a shit if you know about Supergirl or not. And I see right through this man.
I'll be honest here, dude. The general audience doesn't care if they know about Supergirl. Do people literally think general audiences read comic books?
I mean, she's more recognizable than a lot of these other
people
characters.
Know these characters. If we're being completely honest here with ourselves, people know about these characters from forms of media that I'm going to describe to you. Live action movies, live action TV shows, animated movies, and animated TV series. That's where people know the characters. It's not comic books. I'm just being honest with you guys. Those are the four mediums people know these characters from. And if they're going to like the character, it's because they're going to be basing it off of those other previous interpretations of her character. You know? It's like, holy crap.
Craig Gillespie got hoed in his own movie. James Gunn.
I got hoed last night by my wife when she tried to ram my ass with a dildo.
I think that was a clown, MSK. That wasn't your wife.
In these projects, he has his hands in all the cake batter. He's like the freaking whoa, my strong hand, my germs, all in the mashed potatoes.
He just do his best MSK impression. The fuck?
I'm just gonna give him one quick.
That movie is hilarious.
My turn. My turn.
Oh God. If James Gunn put his fingers in my food, I would have to like throw his ass out a window. You just got to go out the window. It's just what it is.
He's like, action. James Gunn is like, nah, my germs. Let me get it. Do it from this angle. The Batman Part 2. Oh my God. I have so much hype to see the Batman Part 2 when I had zero hype 2 years ago.
I don't really have, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have that much hype to watch the Batman Part 2. It's not that I hated that first movie. I think it's just all right. It's just an all right movie. You know? Like I just, it's had a different type of Batman feel than I'm normally used to. It's not a bad movie, but I think if you're asking me personally, I think it's really forgettable, honestly. I don't remember much about it. I'd have to rewatch it, but I thought it was pretty forgettable, honestly. That's me. I know that people like it. That's just my interpretation of it. I like having watched it. It's because he likes Zoe Kravitz because she was black and she was in Catwoman outfit.
Man, you would fuck the hell out of Zoe Kravitz. Don't lie.
Oh God, it would just depend. She is black.
Ugh. I didn't want Reeves to even come back, but James Gunn's foolery in the DCU has been the most best marketing and promotion that could ever be done for the Batman Part 2. I can't wait. All of the news that I'm hearing for the Batman Part 2 is nothing but news that I like to hear. Scarlett Johansson, the rumor about Brad Pitt, about narratives and story, people that are going to show up, who they want as Robin.
Will the Batman Part 2 ever come out? Like, isn't that movie supposed to come out like 2027? That movie's been delayed and pushed back so many times.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out like this year, I think.
Yeah,
at some point.
All of that is the exciting pop culture stuff that I like to hear. Not stupid Peacemaker, Guardians of the Galaxy, Everywhere I Look, and MCU. The Batman Part 2 is going to remind me of a time when DC actually cared about their heroes and
well, good for you, bud. Focus on the Batman Part 2.
I don't know when DC ever cared about their characters, starting with that. Let's start with the DCEU. Wonder Woman, and I like Wonder Woman, has more movies than Batman does in that universe. Actually, Batman has 0.
I would say Aquaman's probably easily the best film of all of that.
Like, let's bring up that one. Aquaman made more money than a Justice League movie. I don't think
it made $1 billion. I don't know how it made $1 billion. It must have been because James Wan was directing the fucking thing. Like that,
Momoa being hot and good looking. That's the only reason.
That's literally the only. Those are literally the only 2 reasons I can think of as to why it made $1 billion.
Good Lord. Was there a time DC cared about their characters live action wise outside of like insert moments here?
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, the Dark Knight trilogy, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, did DC care about their characters when they let Birds of Prey come out?
No, that was a fucking abortion of a film that we never need to speak about again.
Showed you that they can be serious, also at the same time entertaining. I'm already tired of James Gunn in the DCU because
why does he sound like he's about to cry?
He himself doesn't.
Like, pause it. He's like, did you hear that? He said, "I'm so tired of James Gunn already." Come on, dude. Like, it's not that deep.
I get his frustration. I do. James Gunn.
I do too, but at the same time, it's like I kind of feel like he's grasping at straws a little bit.
This is how I feel about the DCU so far. I want to give it like 4 years in. At when the 4th to 5th year is over, then we can kind of see like, okay, was James really cooking here, or was he really just cooking some burnt chicken? But I think it's too early to tell these things when it just started. Like when it came to Sony's Spider-Man universe, I knew that was dog shit because I knew what the direction that was going to be, like based off what I saw they were doing. That you can tell, but I don't know about this yet. It's only been like a year in so far. Maybe.
Could you imagine if Iron Man was getting ready to come out and this guy was doing this exact same spill, going, "Oh well, I'm so tired of Jon Favreau. Like I don't want Captain America and Thor and the Hulk to be like this." It's like, motherfucker, they just made one movie. Like, chill out.
But he is touching on, isn't he? I wish I could be a fly on the wall backstage when Craig Gillespie was trying to make some scenes and James was on stage doing picking at his little goatee piece right here.
He's not an Asian troll. Why are you doing that?
Could you imagine if James Gunn was really doing that? That'd be funny as fuck.
He's just stroking his beard.
Falcon!
He's got his dog in one arm while he's doing
it. Sitting there trying to kibosh people. I really don't like this man professionally. I definitely don't like him personally because he lied on me. This is the person that's running the DCU.
Motherfucker, you act like James Gunn is your bitter ex-girlfriend. Like
the lying about him part personally, I understand that, but it's just like at this point now, I don't even know how to feel about the DCU. Like I can also agree that the direction is weird with the characters they've chosen, but I don't know yet.
It's barely off the ground. We've had one movie, like
in 2 shows. That's it.
Yeah, in 2 shows. Like, just everybody needs to calm the fuck down. It's like Emperor Palpatine.
Everybody calm down.
It's like Emperor Palpatine in the Family Guy. He's like, all right, everybody just calm the fuck down.
Everybody remain calm. Everything's okay.
The state of the DCU is a very bleak one, so long as James Gunn is running the show.
What? Dude, he made one movie.
Gave up on that shit so quick.
He saw one movie. It was like, nah, done,
he saw
bro.
Creature Commandos, Superman, and he figured he was like, I'm out, bruh. That's crazy.
Oh my!
I mean, I'm not out yet. I'm gonna watch all this stuff. I like superhero stuff, but
motherfucker,
like,
I'm still that guy that's hoping Marvel can at least get it together. Like, if I haven't given up on them after 5 years of fuck ups, you cannot give up on the DCU just because, oh, he made one Superman movie that you didn't like. Like, this guy's, I don't like this guy, man. He's actually making my mind like boil.
I have to address some of the Snyder boys. I gotta address some of the Snyder cult. I gotta address some of the Snyder stands. You guys would easily call me a hypocrite, like a lot of you guys have. A lot of you guys said, this is what you get, Jody. You wanted James Gunn. You wanted the MCU. You wanted this goofy crap, and now it's too late. Now you want Snyder back. Too late.
Does this guy, he sounds like he wants to have a 3-way with fucking Gunn and Snyder.
Like, I will say this. Okay. I don't understand why he takes those Snyder people seriously. Most Snyder fans, the crazy ones on Twitter, are so borderline retarded. I would lose brain cells, time in my life interacting with them. I'm just pointing out, people were optimistic about James Gunn and hopefully optimistic because of his resume. Now, if people don't like what he's did in the universe so far, that is fine. It's your own personal opinion. That is completely fine. But I wouldn't look at the Snyder fans and go, man, their opinions are now valuable. Those wouldn't be valuable in any given context in any universe ever because they're stupid people who only literally they get on their knees. Zack Snyder pulls out his fat, long 8-inch cock and they put their mouth on that shit to their.
I mean, if they want to give Zack Snyder
blow
a DC universe, have him adapt the fucking what's that shit? Why is my brain blanking out on this? Have him adapt the Absolute Universe. That's perfect for Zack Snyder.
Yeah, have him collaborate with Scott Snyder or some shit on that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Ha. Who wants Snyder back?
Nobody wants that guy. Outside of his literal sycophants of fans, nobody wants Zack Snyder back.
I'm not even convinced they're humans, honestly.
Dude, remember there was that article that came out about Snyder and they had revealed through alleged sources, I'll say allegedly, that he actually paid for Twitter bots to boost the release the Snyder Cut hashtag, and he essentially paid for people to make accounts dedicated to just shitting on DC. Remember that? That was a long time ago. A lot of people remember that article that came out about him. It could be true or wrong. It could be right or wrong, but you know.
Zack Snyder's like Michael Bay. He likes to inflate his own ego.
I hate you.
You and your cult can get the hell out of here too. I don't give a frick about Snyder. He can stay gone. I don't want him back. Reject the Snyder cult.
Well, the thing with James Gunn is James Gunn's contract got extended just one more year. Netflix potentially will now own Warner Brothers, or let's just say in a different universe, Paramount gets Warner Brothers. Doesn't matter either who, right?
Are they still fighting over that?
I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers rejected their hostile takeover. I'm pretty sure let's operate in a world where Netflix gets them. Let's say Netflix gets Warner Brothers. Netflix can do whatever they want when they fully own the company because they currently said that they're going to let them operate however they want to operate. Now, I think that it's only pending on the contracts that are already in place. It's much easier to let those contracts play out instead of like buying people out when they already spent a ton of money just buying this company, right? So I think James Gunn will know if he's staying or leaving by 2028.
I don't want to live in a world where Netflix is running the DCU.
Fuck no. Good
No,
Lord. That's horrible too.
They're gonna turn Batman into like a child predator or something like that.
Wheelchair bound, they them pronoun using weirdo.
He's
good.
like overweight, wears lipstick. Like I'm good.
Don't get it twisted. But you were right about one thing. I was wrong about James.
I will say this though. If I saw what he was talking, I saw the videos he's talking about. You're just being optimistic. That's fine. That's just fine. If people actually thought he was going to do a good job, that's fine. How are you wrong about being optimistic he was going to do a good job? How are you wrong? That's not a wrong thing. That's what you having hope.
How dare people be excited for things that I myself don't like? The horror.
I wouldn't say you were wrong. That's all right. I guess you were wrong because you were hopefully optimistic he was going to do a good job in your opinion.
Even though I gave him benefit of the doubt, I was wrong about him. I gave him a chance.
You know what he sounds like, MSK? He sounds like you when I start glazing Spider-Man 3.
Oh, God, man.
He effed it up. You guys were absolutely right about who James Gunn was. But I'm not going to trust you. I'm not going to believe you. You guys are the boy who cried wolf.
But those are not mutually exclusive. You could have that optimistic about James Gunn and then be wrong, even though that's not correct in that assessment, and could also not give a fuck what Snyder fans think. These aren't the same concepts.
This guy needs to show me on that Superman statue where James Gunn touched him. Where did he hurt you?
Save me, Jesse.
He's like, Mama Susan, help me. This is a cry for help.
The boy cried wolf for the 4th time. Guess what? He got 8. And I'm going to let you get 8. I'm not going to trust or believe you. So obviously,
you've done enough eating.
It don't matter. But I had to find out for myself. A clock's right twice a day, even if it's broke. Wait, a broken clock is right twice a day.
A broken cock is working once a day.
Hey,
maybe that's why he's mad. James Gunn broke his cock.
Hey, I get his frustrations. How, like,
I don't. This just sounds like a bunch of moaning and bitching because he didn't get something that he wanted. Like it's not the movie that I made up in my fucking brain. Therefore, anything else that James Gunn might be associated with after this movie is fucking trash. Like that's not how it works, man. Like,
Supergirl is going to be better than Superman. That's my opinion.
Yeah, me too. Like,
I think so, yeah.
You were one guy with one fucking opinion. Just because you think your opinion is absolute doesn't mean that everyone else around you is going to have that exact same opinion, bud. I'm sorry. It's not how it works.
You guys were right. I'm a man. I could tell you guys that. You were right. I was wrong about James.
But I don't look at that as being wrong, though. It's like, hey, yes, okay, if you're using it that literally, sure, you were wrong about James Gunn. But I don't think it's wrong to be optimistic he was going to do a good job. If that's the type of person you made up in your head of what he was going to do. Like, I don't know.
That doesn't mean I want the Snyder cut back. That's toxic, too. And it's funny how people are like, you wanted Snyder gone. Now you want James gone. What's up, Jody? You can't be happy with nothing.
Car act. No, we don't care. Shut the fuck up. Go die.
They should hire this guy. They should hire that guy to replace James Gunn.
Go ahead and address this stupid logic. If you get a girlfriend when you're 15 and she cheats on you and she breaks up with you, right?
Okay.
What is this analogy? Was I on point? Did James Gunn break your heart?
We gotta follow this logic. We gotta follow it.
You talking about this man like he's a bitter ex-wife.
Oh yeah.
Then you want to get a girl that treats you right. You meet a new girl at 17. She seems sweet, honest, and beautiful. You're with her for 2 months.
This is weird.
Let's just. I'm gonna pretend he said they were of age. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
So you realize she's a hoe. She mistreats you. She cheated on you, and she dumped you too. Now you've been
okay,
but why are you underage?
I don't get it. Why can't they just be 20 or 18? All right. Okay. I get the argument. I get the logic. All right.
I don't. The age gap is throwing it off for me.
Why can't they just be of age?
Been dumped by 2 girls. What do you do now? Do you give up? Is it your fault? Do you give up looking for girlfriends?
Yes. Okay. I will say this. In my scenario, they're adults. Let's just put that out.
I start looking for women that are older than that.
Yes. Ones where you wouldn't have to pick them up from a school bus.
You're just sitting in the carpool lane honking the horn.
Fatality.
What are you doing here, sir? I'm here to pick up my girlfriend.
Oh God!
Like what? The police just spawn out of nowhere.
Oh God! Yes. Oh. Okay. I without the age thing there, I agree. I understand the concept. Yes. If two women prove to you they ain't shit, what are you supposed to do? Give up on women or keep looking for love? What you should do in that scenario is give up on women because women are fucking garbage. Women are trash these days. Yes, give up on them. What the fuck?
So is he saying we need to give up on James Gunn? Is that what he's saying?
I mean, but how many projects would it take for someone to give up on him? Like,
well,
I don't know.
Well, it's like you said. If he does like 3 more films and they're all mediocre or trash, then yeah, then we can start pointing the finger at him and going, okay, dude, maybe you're not the best guy for the job.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, he's only made 1 movie and like 2 shows. Like,
do you not want a girlfriend no more? Do you just quit? No.
Kyson, that's like fuck women.
You keep looking until you find the right one. Those 2 bitches.
There is no right one. What is this law? There's no right women. Women are terrible people. There is no right one. You know why I know that? Women initiate divorce first. They don't even want to be fucking married or in relationships. Fuck this kind of logic people have. It's horrible. It's statistically not true. Women don't want to be married. It's literally a fact.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why MSK is into clowns.
This was hoes. It's the same thing with this director situation. Snyder wasn't a good fit. James wasn't a good fit. Does that mean I stopped looking?
Don't try and compare James Gunn to Zack Snyder. Like
completely different styles of
right. And one of them actually has more good movies on his resume than the other.
I actually like a good amount of James Gunn's movies more than The Suicide Squad is a better superhero comic book movie than anything Zack Snyder's made his entire fucking career. I haven't seen Watchmen, so I can't really judge that. I've only seen the DCU stuff. But I will say this. You know what? Because I know he's gonna say, well, I don't like Zack, I don't like, and James isn't fit. You know what's good? A good fit? Michael Bay. Let's just throw Michael Bay in there. Just have the trinity of them there.
Could you imagine the DCU run by James Gunn, Michael Bay, and Zack Snyder?
Let the party begin.
Fatality.
We wouldn't have a movie. Everyone would show up to the theater to watch a movie, and the theater would just explode.
It would just be popping off. You wouldn't even know what the fuck's going on. You're like, all right, this is cool.
You're sitting next to your wife, and she just combusts right next to you.
There's a girl just walking, she just explodes. You don't even know what the fuck the scene is making. It just
fucking popcorn's flying through the air. There's a kid in the back going, "Mom, no!"
Position and a good fit to run this DCU. But I'm telling you, this is no smoke to James Gunn fans, and it's really no smoke to Snyder fans. This is all about making DC a great place. If you're a Snyder fan, you can't deny that many people don't want you here. You can't deny that Snyder got a lot of things wrong. If you're a James Gunn fan, you cannot deny that James is not doing things the right way, that James got things wrong. While James...
You can say that James Gunn definitely has miss priorities with certain characters. You can say that.
I would really like to hear this guy's opinion on what he thinks James Gunn did wrong with this movie.
Did things right. Snyder did things right. Overall, we're not united. And
that'll never happen. That's just not gonna happen.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm pretty sure that's like a socialist like a socialist mindset. People aren't going to be united on like the difference. The beauty of our opinions is that's why they're opinions.
Like good luck with that. Like even during like prime MCU phase 2 and 3, people were still fighting with each other. Like, come on.
Fact that Lanterns looks like it does.
Oh my god, dude! We've had two screenshots in a 15-second teaser trailer. Shut up! There's literally nothing to see yet.
Yeah, I would agree with this opinion if there's like what a full trailer to look at, but
Right.
it's been like what less than 30 seconds. That's
Right.
that's nothing. And yeah, that trailer was cut up like garbage, but that's nothing. I can't go off of that. I can't. There's nothing there.
In itself, I made a scoop along with my Waller scoop that the lanterns, they're gonna have no powers for most of the show, and it's looking that way.
Are they scoops or just loads of horse shit? Because from the way you're complaining and talking about this shit,
I said the Waller one. Yeah, we know that show's not happening. Just like my dad's gonna be in my life, that's not happening. You know, like
nobody wants a fucking show about Amanda Waller.
No one wants that.
You showed me two men on a desert road looking in the mirror, walking down the street.
That's all they've shown you. They haven't shown you anything else. So what are you complaining about?
There's nothing there. There's nothing there yet. All right. I think we've delved into a lot of
that fat fucker. That fat son of a bitch is actually starting to piss me off.
Like, good Lord. All right. So we will go over. So I know you don't have that much time left. How much time do you have?
We can go for like another 30 minutes.
That's okay, fine. So we have.
I'm having fun talking about this. So
we have 3C films. So we wrapped up Jody's video. Now we're gonna talk about the Avengers Doomsday trailer leak, and we're gonna go over the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer leak. It's so weird how Marvel's allowed this to happen. All these trailer leaks. What the fuck is going on here?
I was gonna ask you, like, before we started tonight, do you think? But I kind of wanted to save it for this segment in particular. Do you think it's deliberate, or do you think it's?
Oh no, it is for sure purposeful. Okay. They're doing it on purpose. They're doing it deliberately. Because keep in mind, I've always want to tell you this: when all these leaks happen, who do you think tells these people? Right. They have people in their little sphere leak it to people they like. Well, then those people that they leak it to, they leak it to that person. It's like they give it to a person. That person gives it to someone they like. Then other people start hearing about it. It's all coming from the studio because. Who'd be able to leak this stuff without them giving it out as information in general?
Well, plus
I wouldn't know that unless you're just literally throwing shit at the wall. Yeah, which is what a lot of people do.
And
don't
plus,
do that.
they're dropping those same trailers in theaters right now anyway, and they're going up online like maybe a day or two after they premiere.
Right, and they're copyright striking them, so they definitely are real. You know, yeah. Also, I will say Disney did a very good job on making them theater exclusive, so it makes you want to go to the movies and see them. That is fine. I do agree with that.
Could you imagine paying $10 for an Avatar ticket just to watch a trailer?
And then all right, Avatar starting. Goodbye.
Well, I came here to see what I wanted to see. Have a good day, y'all.
It's like in those comedy shows where a guy just walks in, sees a fat, ugly bitch, and goes, "I'm out."
There's a dad out there that totally dragged his whole family to the theater thinking they were gonna watch Avatar when they were just there to watch the fucking Avengers Endgame trailer.
They got the Chris Hemsworth one and they actually want the Steve Rogers one. God damn, fine.
They're mad because they didn't get the trailer they wanted.
Like I don't mind them attaching the trailers to like movies to promote the movies more. That's fine. But it's just, why do we have to have 3 different versions of the trailer? Why can't we just have one trailer? Why does it be 3 different versions? It's all going to be in the same one anyway.
They're trying to build hype. I mean, I can respect them for that, but it's like you're forcing people to go to a movie that they may not want to see just so they can watch these trailers.
But oh god, only for them just to lose 50% on those box office tickets too.
Imagine spending $100 on snacks and popcorn just for that fucking minute and 15 seconds.
You know what's crazy? Beau DeMayo, the guy that did X-Men 97, I love the way he felt Marvel, and a bunch of people who've never worked with Marvel are telling him how Marvel is like. This guy literally said, "I doubt Marvel is in meetings throwing out the N-word." Okay, dude, it's hyperbole. First of all, they're probably not doing that. No one's saying they are. But the fact that you, a buttfuck retarded, stupid, autistic, basement-dwelling, glue-sniffing moron, thinks that you can tell someone what actually happened in Marvel meeting to a person that actually was in there in the room with people, that what they're like without having experienced them is ludicrous. And you must be sniffing crack if you know any of that.
Man, if I had made one of the best Marvel TV shows of all time and people were trying to preach Marvel to me and try to tell me what it's actually about, I'd tell them to shut their fucking mouth. Especially, especially after 5 years of failures and I made you the one good thing. Like, fuck off.
Well, it's thing of like, he was in the room talking with them, and for some dickhead, retarded idiot online to go, no, they would never do that. How the fuck would you know? How the fuck would you know? What the hell? You must be retarded. What? Hey, I've actually interacted with Kevin Feige. He's like this. No, he's not like that. On camera at this interview, he wasn't like that. No fucking shit, Sherlock. He's not going to act that way.
He doesn't act like that. You should see him
at an interview where he sits down in front of a media outlet. No, he's not going to act that way. He doesn't. Other people.
He doesn't
in front of a media interview. What the fuck logic is that?
He doesn't act like that around me when I'm under the desk giving him a head every day.
Fatality.
Oh shit! It's like those people that say, "Well, when I interacted with him, he was a good person." Oh, it's like that guy who beats his wife, but when you met him, you were like, "Oh, it didn't look like to me he would ever beat his wife." Like, yeah, shit.
He was such a good guy. He exploded all over my face. He sounded just like that.
I don't get people.
I don't know.
Bo DeMayo that Kevin Feige wasn't like this. How would you? What? He's interacted with him. How would you know what Kevin Feige's like? Oh, I see him in interviews. You mean interviews? You mean interviews that are professionally set up and where he's not going to actually act like he does behind the scenes in business meetings?
You mean these? What? You mean these interviews that sometimes have a script to them with like scripted questions and stuff?
Let's be honest, guys. He's the CEO of one of the biggest franchises ever in Hollywood history. Do you think he would act the way that he acts behind the scenes in front of an interview? No. What? Are you stupid?
Yeah, professional. Hey, let me tell you something. Professional Kevin Feige, his shit stinks like the rest of ours, buddy. That guy probably wakes up every morning, walks into the bathroom, gets on his phone, goes through Twitter, and just drops a fat fucking dump in the toilet like the rest of us, man. Like come on.
Oh my god.
From there, I wanted to look into some of the aftermath involved with the Avengers Doomsday trailer leaking online. So
the aftermath pretty much came from a lot of people are saying that they did Sam Wilson's Captain America dirty by the Falcon Winter Soldier TV show and the way they treated him in Brave New World. But I will say this, you guys didn't go support Sam Wilson in Brave New World for his Captain America big screen debut. You guys didn't go support him. That movie fucking flopped, failed.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm kind of glad they're bringing back Steve Rogers because I can't stand Captain Blafrican anyway.
Captain EBT swiping. Bro, like, the nerve of these fucking people. I can't stand these people. They're so stupid. They're so fucking retarded. You had your chance.
It's like, yeah, you fought for this, you wanted this, and you didn't go support it.
Yeah, Marvel gave you the Sam Wilson Captain America like they did in the comic books. You didn't support him in the comic books. You didn't support him in the theaters. So that tells them, business-wise, you don't like that. Why didn't you go and support him then?
And now that they're going back to the thing that actually made the money, you're pissed off?
Now, I can understand that point of view because it shits on the big endgame finale. And I can fully agree with that. I get that sentiment. I fully do. But
let me ask you this. Who's leading the Avengers? Like, if Steve Rogers didn't come back, who the fuck is leading the Avengers?
Dude, we have a Yelena.
I mean, sure, but I don't buy her as a leader.
Oh,
I like her. I like her character.
Wait a minute. But wait, there's more. We got Red Guardian.
Oh, Red Guardian leading the Avengers would be terrible.
But wait, we have Yelena Dreyfus.
Could you imagine Red Guardian taking the Avengers to battle in that shitty limo from the Thunderbolts?
Thank you. Come again.
Oh, God, man. You people out there on social media, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, simping for Sam Wilson, Captain America, when I know damn straight you talking out your ass, people will post out of context comic book panels and think posting that means that you read that story and you know the context of said story or issue or collected edition, and you think that somehow applies to the damn movies when you all keep telling me, well, it's not a one-to-one adaptation of the comic books. Well, I love how that logic works against you now. Well, then that means that Marvel can just go and get Steve Rogers back because it's not a one-to-one comic book adaptation. Actually, that happened in the comic books too. They swapped him out and they brought him back in the comic books. So when people say, oh, it's in the comic books, it did happen in the comic books. Steve came back because you didn't support Sam Wilson Captain America because you are a bunch of guys are a bunch of fucking retarded, worthless losers who don't stand by anything you say. You don't support. I probably own more Sam Wilson comic books as Captain America than most of you do. I own all his shit. Don't tell me bullshit about characters you're not supporting. You didn't support it. The movie made $420 million. It flopped out the ass.
And the movie basically had a budget of $400 million. It's got to be one of the most expensive movies ever made. Like, with
even
the amount
if we just take the budget they gave us, even if we take the budget they gave us, they failed on that. Even if you believe that budget they gave you, it failed. Either way, it failed. It fails with the rumored budget, and it fails with the one they gave you. It fails either way.
Yeah.
None of you went and supported someone's Captain America. It wasn't a liked idea in the books anyway. They swapped it all back, all black. They swapped it all black. Then Captain America. Let's use Sam Wilson. Nate, did you know they gave him a 5-issue miniseries after a failed ongoing series he had in 2022, 2023 that failed it got canceled at 12 issues. No, people do not support this guy in comic books. I know. I have those issues. I have those books. I bought them.
You know, I've always been that guy that said, you know, he probably could have been a good Captain America if y'all just fucking did something competent with him.
Hi, Iron.
But
I just don't get it with people. They're like, but they did him dirty. Okay, I can agree with that. They didn't give him the best foot forward to be Captain America, but him being Captain America is not a good idea anyway. Though
they made a movie. They made a movie where it's not even a Captain America movie. It's a fucking Incredible Hulk movie without the Incredible Hulk
and without Captain America too. Fog. Huh.
A crazy 24 hours. It's so funny that this was supposed to be attached to theaters with Avatar Fire.
This is also desperate. Let's be honest here. Kang Dynasty was supposed to come out this year. I hope you guys like that movie. I heard the reviews are great. Fuck.
Avengers we was Kangs.
Made a logo for it and everything. We know that shit was coming out. But I want to point out that is also a pivot and desperation on Marvel's part. Kang, the Kang arc didn't pan out the way they wanted. Jonathan Majors started chimping out like all these blacks do. And then they went, you know what? People don't like our movies. We have no direction with these two phases. What's the best we got?
Well,
RDJ, you got to come back. We failed. Come back, buddy.
Once again, no one's going to take Kang seriously when you bitch him out to someone like Ant-Man.
Fatality.
Aaron Ash, which, side note, did post my review already. Go check it out. But there was a lot of questioning even yesterday if that was real or if it was fake. Well, I've seen Disney take down the video. Heck, they've even taken it a step further, and some people thought they could get away with showing off the trailer by using AI to recreate it, and even Disney copyright hit the AI videos recreating the trailer.
Yeah, he's right. Like before they release, right before they released the trailer online, there were a lot of fucking AI trailers based off the actual one. Like the craziest one I've seen was like Doom actually showing up to the house. And Steve like seeing Robert Downey Jr. and you could tell it's AI because he's like, Tony, you're alive. How is this happening? Like he's got this super exaggerated face and shit. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like people got nothing better to fucking do.
That's how seriously they were taking this thing, and that's why I didn't risk showing any footage in my video.
Me neither. You will never have me. I will never do a show doing that. That is how you lose everything.
Another big thing, though, has been some of the backlash involved with it, because again, people are not happy with this greedy way that Disney's releasing the trailers week by week. People are also even turning.
Also, I do understand the sentiment that, hey, they pivot, they moved on from these characters and it didn't work, so they have to go back to the OGs They should have never gotten rid of the OGs, though. If RDJ didn't want to be Iron Man, just retire his character. You don't have to kill him off.
Or
you don't have to...
or just do what you did like during the few appearances he had in the Spider-Man movies. He just shows up, does a cool thing, and bounces. Like,
yeah,
like come on.
Oh my God.
On Chris Evans for returning as Captain America because they think that it takes away from Sam Wilson, who is now our Captain America. But I don't think people then paid attention to...
He is not my Captain America. Sorry.
Saw it. Instead, just saw the headlines that Chris Evans returns as Captain America because the trailer specifically ends with saying Steve Rogers returns to Avengers.
Oh my God.
Steve,
Buddy, I love you, dude, but that is straight up semantics. People, when they hear the name Steve Rogers, they think Captain America.
Yeah, because Steve Rogers is Captain America.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They use that same moniker in Infinity War. He was just called Steve. He's listed in Infinity War as just Steve Rogers, but a lot of people just call him Captain America.
Like they can try and be technical all they want, but the majority of the public and comic book fans know him as Captain America. Sorry.
Yeah, and this is another thing with how Doomsday's some sort of like weird desperate pivot. Hey, Doom is this big threat. Like how like the trailer that you've seen leaked. It's like, oh well, Doom's this big threat. Gee, I would hope he's a big threat. I mean, this random guy that we've never met who's scarred. I don't fucking like.
And he's teleporting across the multiverse, just fucking up every superhero that we've seen in cinema for the past 20 years. Like, he better be a threat.
Avengers Doomsday and the fourth Captain America movie that ended with saying Captain America will return in Avengers Doomsday, and that's because Sam Wilson is Captain America.
No, he's not. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I just think that's all semantics. Like, that's why people know that Sam Wilson replacing Steve was a horrible idea, because they know just the idea of Steve coming back will just outshine Sam Wilson Captain America. Because, guys, Captain America's not a mantle.
Let me ask you this. Other than the shield, name something about Sam Wilson that would scream Captain America.
The only thing they ever could have did was they could have given him super soldier serum. That's the only way it could have maybe worked. But it didn't do that. So he's shit.
Exclude the super soldier serum. I'm talking about something about his character, something about him that would make him, that would inspire people to go, oh yeah, he's definitely Captain America. There's nothing about his character that screams Captain America to me.
Oh my God. You're right. I just don't feel it,
No. And I mean, they've tried. I mean, they've been trying and they've failed multiple times.
And comic book wise, this guy's, he can't do it. It was not a liked idea there. Don't know why they tried it in the movies. And I get the idea I get the logic behind it, but it was one of those that you just could have just not had him.
And you know what? And you know what's fucked up? I remember when Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out. Like, I think it was like the second to last episode when he finally gets the Captain America suit. Yeah. Like I remember when he came crashing through the window to beat up the fucking terrorists and shit. And he stands up. I was one of those people that was like,
fuck. I like that suit a lot. I really truly do like that suit he has. Yeah, the Star Spangled Banner one with the wings. Yeah, that looks really, really cool. Now, what would be more cool about that suit is the character should have super soldier serum. That'd be pretty fucking awesome.
Well, it's because the whole show had been building up to him like taking on the mantle of Captain America. And then they immediately follow it up with, you got to do better, Senator. You got to step up. And like, once they started that preachy bullshit nonsense, I was like, all right, you just took any goodwill I was getting ready to give you, and you just
like terrorists.
We got to stop calling them terrorists.
I liked fucking Winter Soldier, but I agree with all the criticism it had. It had so many. Like, the villains were the Flag Smashers were so bad. They were trash.
We got to stop calling them terrorists, as they're literally blowing people. Like, fuck off.
Know if Steve Rogers is going to be rocking the suit or taking the shield back, but I think for the people that are worried Chris Evans returning is going to undermine Sam Wilson, I don't think that's...
It already has. I mean, whether it happens in the movie is one thing, but more people are excited Steve is coming back than seeing Sam Wilson as Captain America. Also, Anthony Mackie's really not that big of a leading guy. He didn't really lead anything in his movie.
If he gives him back the shield in Doomsday, I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be laughing so hard during that whole fucking sequence.
the case. I kind of love the fan theories I'm seeing right now that people believe that Steve Rogers, the old man that we saw in Endgame, has actually already lived through the events of Doomsday, and he got to witness firsthand Sam Wilson proving himself for the events of Doomsday, lived all that, fought through that, went back to living his normal life, grew old, and then confidently gave the shield to Sam, knowing he'd do a great job of it in the future. That'd be a cool full circle moment, but I also get it, Doomsday is very much relying on nostalgia, not just with like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, but the X-Men characters from the early 2000s movies. I honestly don't mind it because Kevin Feige's already admitted by Secret Wars, all of this nostalgia member berries should be done because we're going to reset the universe and start.
That is such a pivot, desperate way of basically admitting, hey, phase 4 and 5 had no direction, didn't lead to anything, didn't build to anything. All of our plans pretty much failed. People don't like our movies. So we're going to use
we bitched out our next Thanos to Ant-Man. it didn't go anywhere. We
called our fans racist because they didn't accept a black Captain America.
We told them to stop calling terrorists.
And now we have to use nostalgia bullshit to get them back into the theaters.
Oh, and apparently teenagers can make fully developed Stark tech in their fucking garages.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Also, let's just point out here, our Kate Bishop, our Hawkeye, can beat Kingpin. What the fuck?
I don't.
And honestly, I can't wait to see kind of what that MCU looks like. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think of all the after?
I mean, I think the multiverse saga was stupid too. Like,
it wasn't executed well. Like,
people didn't even know what the saga was called until he at that Comic-Con where he announced Kang Dynasty. We didn't even know what the saga was called. I didn't know what the saga was called at all. He's like, this is the multiverse saga. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Then maybe make some movies involving like multiverse variants. Like, I don't know. Like that. Like, if you wanted to do the multiverse saga, like, dude, there's no reason why in the current day Marvel, where we have Spider-Man films, we couldn't have gotten like a Spider-Man 2099 film or something like that. Like, if you want to do multiverse shit, do multiverse shit.
Yeah,
but no, they once again, I really think after Endgame they didn't have a plan. They just threw shit at the wall. They continued the few little stories that they were, that they needed to continue after Endgame with like Doctor Strange and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think they had a plan. I think they got like maybe halfway through
I think their plan, the only plan they had was Kang, and I think when that failed with Ant-Man 3 and Jonathan Majors controversy, I think that was just the nail.
Well, even if they wanted to keep doing Kang, I'm so fucking tired of Marvel not recasting actors. Like, why didn't you just recast him?
Yeah, he was only in Loki season at the end of season 1 and season 2, and he was just in Ant-Man 3. Why can't he be recast? I don't get that. I don't get why you can't recast him.
Yeah.
Like appearances anyway.
Like what are they going to do in Doomsday? Are they going to bring him back just for Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom to lay waste to all the fucking Kangs in the multiverse? Or are they just going to outright ignore it? Because if they outright ignore it, it's just already going to add more convoluted bullshit to this already convoluted like multiverse saga that they've been working with for the past 5 years.
Oh God. But yes, we'll cover the Spider-Man stuff because I think the X-Men stuff is what a lot of people want us to talk about. So we're gonna EFAP the Avengers Doomsday X-Men trailer leaked. So apparently, my boy James Marsden, not my boy, he is good as Pie Lord, Cake Lord in Sonic the Hedgehog. He dates a black girl, but it's all good. It's all good, James. We know you love your chocolate. You gotta love that sweet, sweet dark chocolate.
She's attractive as hell. You shut your mouth.
God, if you're blind, sure. But hey, I can see. I will say this. Anyone saying they liked James Marsden as Cyclops in those Fox X-Men movies is a lying, gaslighting fucking loser. He wasn't good. His Cyclops wasn't good. His portrayal was horrible. He got barely any screen time. The characterization of him was awful.
It was a very different time in superhero history, MSK.
Like, he was horrible. I don't know if... Who is it? See, that's the thing. His Cyclops before whatever this is was so far to the floor.
I don't know. I mean,
maggot in the wall.
Halle Berry was pretty terrible. The fucking girl that played Jean Grey, I thought she was pretty.
Oh, Famke Jensen, yeah.
Like, I mean, once again, these are interpretations of these characters from a time and era in cinema history where superhero movies really weren't the box office juggernauts that they became like halfway through the 2000s.
Yeah, I'm just because he didn't really have. I mean, Halle Berry had to beg Brett Ratner to let Storm have more screens. Guys, these are some really heavy hitter characters for this group.
Well, Brett Ratner's a fucking freak. So.
Yeah, it's crazy because the way they just because James Marsden was going to be in Superman Returns, so they just randomly so I know it's not random, but the way they killed him off in Last Stand, it was so bad.
I thought he was in Superman Returns. Like, doesn't he play Lois's boyfriend?
But the way that he's killed off in Last Stand was so that James Marsden could leave the set and go and start filming Superman Returns.
Yeah,
was just like I like the portrayal of Cyclops in the X-Men animated series, and I know Cyclops has always been very debated on like how interesting is his character in general. You know, he is the original leader of the X-Men.
He's the leader of the X-Men. Like, you can't get any more interesting than that, buddy.
Yeah. Like Wolverine's popularity came from like Giant Size X-Men #1 with Chris Claremont's run on X-Men and the animated series and all that shit. Like Cyclops, guys, is the leader. So to me, it's always been mega disrespectful the way they treated Cyclops in those. But I will say this: Cyclops was shitty in those movies. Nothing was as bad as Rogue. Rogue was the worst. Rogue was.
I mean, I'll take James Marsden's Cyclops over whoever that other fucking guy was. Like after Days of Future Past, I can't even name that actor's name. I don't know who the fuck he is.
I was just gonna call him piece of shit, but that's just me.
I forgot something.
I love how he's walking like he's taking a shit.
Now Dr. Doom doesn't stand a chance. So this is what your father does for a living? You're gonna have to get used to this, Emilio. Hello, my beautiful and wonderful movie peeps, and welcome.
This motherfucker is babysitting right now. I love it.
Oh, this was a thing from an X-Men comic where after they had Cable, Jean, and Cyclops, they would take him on missions. So he would be in like a little bubble while they were battling people. Oh, it was adorable. Oh, good to know that Cable grows up to that whole lineage of Cyclops' life is fucking. What the fuck is that shit?
This news dropped, and I asked him, and he said it was okay. I said, "Don't say a word. You want me to film a video right now, son." I told you it was fine with him. Post-fatherhood, they have now leaked the X-Men trailer for Avengers Doomsday, showcasing somebody that has been needed to be redeemed in the movies for a very long time, Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. And of course, just like the previous leaked trailer footage, I will not be able to show you any actual footage because Disney is for some reason still taking them down, even though this is now the third Avengers Doomsday trailer to hit the web. I definitely want to hear from you guys what
it'll be on the internet in a couple days.
Yeah, I want to put this. There's no reason to risk losing your accounts for a trailer that's going to come out in like two weeks from now max, you know.
Let's talk about it. On a serious note, on Christmas Eve morning, I got gifted one of the best Christmas presents of my life. My little baby boy Emilio. He did arrive 4 weeks early. So
that's awesome. I'm glad 3C Films gets to be a dad. That's awesome, man.
I was a little unprepared. Thankfully, he's perfectly healthy and fine, and now we're at home getting adjusted to life. No, I understand it's a little weird to show my child in a video about a leaked trailer.
No, it ain't. Own it.
It was really important for me to say thank you to all of those who watch and support me. At one point, all your views and clicks were going towards Funko Pops and costumes and weird things. They're still going to go to that probably. I want you to know.
At least he's honest about it.
Giving my child the best life I can. So,
hell yeah.
Thank you.
All right, congrats,
now
buddy.
let me go put him in his bassinet downstairs before the Kevin Feige sniper arrives.
Go!
I'll shield you,
Oh,
son.
shit!
Ah!
Get that baby out of here, bitch.
Not the Kevin Feige sniper trying to take out his baby. What the fuck?
Has been seen for the past couple of weeks, Marvel and Disney have decided to roll out the Avengers Doomsday trailer in a very unique way. It's still up and down whether there's 4 in total or 5 in total. People flip-flop on it, but the first
I've heard
trailer that is
4.
now officially online is the Chris Evans announcement that Steve Rogers has now returned for Avengers Doomsday and also has a child with Peggy Carter. The Thor one has been online for a while, but has yet to be officially released. If we follow the pattern of the Chris Evans one, then by Tuesday of this coming week, that'll be online in HD. And it's Thor praying to his father Odin that he could return from battle after the war he's about to go into with Doom so that he could see his love again, his daughter that he got at the end of Thor Love and Thunder.
No one, Thor doesn't even have a daughter in the comic books right now.
Honestly, can Doom just show up and like squash her head like a grape? Like the more I forget about Love and Thunder, the better. Like fucking hell.
Like fucking dude, guys, Thor's never had a daughter in the comic books.
Well, I don't know.
So, right?
I don't know if that's necessarily like comic books. I know he had a daughter in the next Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow movie. From way back when.
A pretty interesting connection between all the trailers. Now today, the X-Men trailer for Avengers Doomsday has leaked, and oh my goodness! So okay, kind of describing what we.
I just want to say, this is a little off topic. I rewatched the original X-Men not too long ago. That movie has not aged well at all. It looks awful.
This part of the movie where he meets Professor X and he's like, "What are you, wheels?"
Honestly, that effect where Kitty Pryde just walked through the door, that's the best effect in the movie.
The effects were, this is one of those movies where it does not age very well, as far as all of it, honestly.
This was 2000, so this was 2 years before Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
It's so crazy because X2 is so much better than this. They really kicked it up with X2.
It looks better, like it's bigger in scope and scale.
Just the opening scene is better with Nightcrawler doing that shit at the fucking White House and shit. Yeah, it's very good, good stuff there.
Wolverine going on a rampage against Stryker's guys in the X Mansion when he's invading them. Like, this is a great fucking movie, dude. All right.
See here, it is of the X Mansion, and it does look a little worn out. Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are seen in here, and they are going with their modern day ages, so they look pretty old. I mean, Ian McKellen is even trying to rock.
Yeah, they're Magneto. I mean, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are like 85, 86 years old.
It's so criminal how they're just having them keep doing these roles.
Ian McKellen has said like he said this is probably going to be his final movie. Like. And he's saying that in a way where he's like, "Well, are you saying you're gonna die soon?" And
they're gonna recast as Michael Fassbender.
That would be, you know what? That's bothered me. I'm like, why?
They pull these versions off. They have James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender anyway.
Well, that's what's kind of bothered me a little bit with this casting. I'm like, why not just bring back those actors?
Marvel and good decisions. You know better at this point.
Sometimes wearing in the animated series, but it does not look as luscious. I'm sorry, and I'm just being honest, buddy. Still, though, the outfits are correct looking from that bag of Avengers Doomsday that leaked, with Patrick Stewart kind of just wearing this blazer / suit with the X symbol on it, and Magneto having a purple reddish outfit. There are shots of the X vault door, chess, because Charles and Eric would always play chess together, and Magneto is seen narrating this one by saying, "Death comes for us all." That's all I know for sure. The question isn't.
Yeah, death is gonna come for you. Yeah, I'd imagine it's Dr. Doom.
Well, you already know they had to say death instead of doom because that would have just been a little too on the nose. Doom is coming for us all. No shit.
Prepare to die. The question is, who would be when you close your eyes? I just think it's going to be kind of funny to see Patrick Stewart die for like the 11,000th time on screen.
Pause. I really hope they don't fucking do that. Like, they're in the movie for like 5 minutes and they're just dead.
They gave them what, $20 million each just to
die in 5 minutes.
Good job, Marvel. You really gave people their nostalgia.
He has been a producer since the beginning. I think he's got something out for Patrick Stewart, and he just likes seeing him.
That is the worst iteration of his character on screen.
That is so disrespectful. Like,
I want you guys to understand, Professor X's power is his mind. So the fact that Wanda can get in there and do that to him is astronomically so bonkers stupid It makes that movie look even worse. This power is his mind.
He should be, dude. He's so powerful.
At the very least, he should be able to negate her out of his mind.
Yeah, repel her. Like
Magneto has to wear that helmet to make sure Professor X doesn't invade his mind. That's how powerful his mind is.
Let's forget.
That movie was trash.
Let's forget about that movie.
Oh, thank God, that movie's booty cheeks.
Get murdered. But the real big money shot of this teaser trailer that got my X-Mutant genes goosebumping a going is James Marsden as Cyclops in this outfit that you see, minus the yellow trunks. You cowards!
Big cock.
Give him the trunks, but okay. The outfit is still looking fire. The X-Mansion behind him in flames, rubble, ruins. Someone has come in and destroyed this place. And
probably Doom.
Is probably just...
Gee, I wonder who did that.
Yeah, definitely not the villain of this movie.
He just walked in there like this.
Scott Summers walked onto the set of a Michael Bay movie by accident. The fucking mansion exploded in front of him.
Bro just walked in there like he just got his his food stamps first part of the month. Good Lord, dude. Fuck.
Seen a bunch of his fellow X-Men get murdered. He's angry, upset, and in true Cyclops fashion, rips off his visor and lets out a big old plasma beam.
Dude, pause. I've seen, I don't know if you've seen the exact image that he's talking about.
I've seen it. It does look very good.
I was at work today and my phone was just going fucking crazy. And I happened to check one of the multiple chats that we're in. And that's all I saw was that fucking shot. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Jake, you know they're gonna be in the movie to be killed off so they can get recasted with younger actors. And let's be honest, there's probably gonna be James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender anyway.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they're saying they're borrowing. Not only are they borrowing from the most recent Secret Wars event, leading into that, but they're also basically borrowing from the Avengers versus X-Men comics as well. So I'm wondering how much they're going to do the thing. I wonder if they're going to do a thing where Doom's going to convince them to fight the Avengers, to save their universe or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because that kind of shit's gonna happen. I mean, it's just inevitable. Why would you introduce the X-Men and them not fight the MCU Avengers?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway,
I just, oh God, Marvel, oh boy,
optic blast. There's no plasma. I'm gonna optic blast you, buddy, and it's as
what happened?
Nothing. Never mind. Sorry.
Very good.
Beautiful and as glorious as you could ever imagine. We did our best to recreate it here on the channel, thanks to channel editor Reed. And although mine carries a certain amount of aura, the aura that the Russo brothers have now given back to James Marsden Cyclops is very much appreciated. The man has just always been done so dirty in the live action movies, either as the side guy between Hugh Jackman Wolverine and Jean Grey, or end up getting...
You know what's funny? He does... the most amount of things he does in that original trilogy takes place in the first movie. In the second movie, he just kind of gets knocked out for a majority of the runtime, and then shows up.
Third one just dies in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, he shows up at the end of the second one for the finale, and that's about it. And then in the third one, he just dies off screen.
I'm just saying, they treated him like crap. And
they did.
What's crazy is, the best I forgot about this. The best lead-in for Avengers Doomsday was when it's at the end of the Marvels. I didn't watch that movie, but there's the end credit scene where Photon is flying or some shit, and she sees Kelsey Grammer's Beast talking.
No, she I ended up watching the movie. It was the only fucking one I never saw in theaters. I saw it on Disney Plus. But no, at the end of the movie, she gets sucked into what is essentially the X-Men's universe, and she wakes up on the table, the silver room, and Kelsey Grammer's Beast is there talking to her. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's the same universe that all of these X-Men are from, because you already know if that's the case, they're going to use that as a segue to bring her back into the fucking fray, and I'm just like, oh God. I want to forget about these shitty ass characters.
Then you get retards like this that say these things. Everyone skipped the Marvels because outraged grifters lied to them about the movie, and it's one of the most important movies leading up to Avengers Doomsday. For a scene that happens at the end of the movie.
Yeah, what one scene out of this entire dog shit movie that literally has no importance to the overall.
Which could have been in any other movie, mind you. That could have been in any other movie. Could have been in Thunderbolts. Could have been in Fantastic Four.
Dude,
but
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't even show. Man. I wouldn't even show the X-Men. You know what I'd do? I would just show them like the fucking gate and the plaque for like Xavier's School for the Gifted. That would be the after credit scene. Boom, done. X-Men are coming. Fuck off.
Fuck.
God. Killed at the beginning of the third X-Men movie.
And I also love how in that tweet he doesn't talk about what the actual movie is. It's just no. It led into this. So Marvel's is only good because it led into a post-credit. I'm done. My logic.
Well, if that's the case, then the Marvels is like the shortest watch in history. Then you only need to watch like a minute and 13 seconds of it before Doomsday.
The best movie of all time. I only have to watch the literal ending of it to understand it. What the fuck logic is that?
Do you know why it's the best Marvel movie in history? It's because it ended.
Fatality.
Barely ever having any fight scenes that match the level of like the animated series. He's a character that has so much potential, and the live action movies just never went there.
I think people said the other interpretation of him that they liked was the X-Men 97 interpretation of him.
Oh, dude, he's fucking great in that.
It makes me so happy to hear that, based off what happened in those Marvel movies that Fox did. Oh, right. Good Lord.
Never went there.
Look at that.
The wire work. Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Motherfucker. Someone said that brother's flying in the air.
Bro, those movie special effects hold up like ass.
That's from X2, I think.
Bro, what the fuck did I remember that was bad. Guys, this was bad then. It's bad now.
I can recreate it. That motherfucker literally went.
Bro was doing this during filming that
shit. At least add in a Wilhelm scream and make it like entertaining.
I've been roaming around.
Okay, close enough. Close enough.
It's fine. I like it.
It's like we are gonna go there. So I am loving that, but now we have to kind of talk and speculate about. Okay, what happened here? Why is he that angry? We did see set photos.
Gee, I wonder why. Doom rolled up to the X Mansion and ran a fade on the entire team.
Doom rolled up like he got food stamps first part of the month and wiped that fucking store clean.
Motherfucker rolled up and said, "There's no Stark. There's only Doom.
There's no Captain Crunch.
There's no Captain Blafrican America. Only Doom.
I'm only looking for the blacks." He should say that. I would love that movie for an existence.
Give me your EBT cards right now.
Bro's like, why is Cyclops so mad? Gee, I wonder why. His fucking whole family just got wiped out in front of him.
Motherfucker is cuckoo for food stamps and blew up the whole X-Mansion.
Of what appeared to look like the X-Mansion going through a battle, bunch of craters, bunch of rocks everywhere, and there was just conflicting reports about whether it was Sentinels, the robots created to destroy the X-Men, whether it is Dr. Doom, or maybe a
pause. That is one thing that trailer did. That is one thing that trailer did kind of confirm, because like in the background, you know, when he's firing off, you know, his beam into the sky, you know, in rage, like in the background there is like a giant like Sentinel boot like in the background.
Oh yeah, I could believe Sentinels are here. I mean,
yeah,
Egg Case Future Past did it. 97 showed in the trailers they were doing that. That's not bad.
Well, they'll probably
getting his hands on some Sentinels and releasing them onto the X-Men. Either way, they are getting destroyed. But why? Okay, let's go back to that connective tissue with the last two Avengers Doomsday trailer. There is a bit of a small theme going on. We reveal.
Oh no, Captain America killed the X-Men. No, I'm kidding.
What killed the X-Men? The Captain America.
The red, white, and blue.
Jesus Christ, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Crystal Beast, Amber Mammoth, the best dub character of all time, truly blessed us with his voice acting. Good, thank you, Sean Schemmel.
I shall return.
People, it's like that caption. Hey, dude, English dubs are good. Meanwhile, English dubs.
Why do they dub that into all these trailers? Like when it says, Captain America will return or, Thor will return, it says Captain America will return in Avengers.
Oh my God.
As a child, and there were some rumors and reports that Steve having that kid is a big reason for the multiverse collapsing or just issues happening. Dr. Doom becomes aware of that.
From a narrative standpoint, I could kind of see that because he's creating a life that probably was never meant to exist in the first place.
He went back in time
to.
And then it changed. And keep in mind, people understand, if you're going back in time to do that, that would rewrite reality because that never happened.
And it kind of fits in line with the rules that the Ancient One was talking about.
If you take a gem out of the timeline, it branches out, does something different.
Yeah. So who's to say that you instead of removing something, you add something that wasn't supposed to be there as well?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So makes sense.
Go to the Thor trailer where he also has a child and he's praying he makes it back to his kid. Now, in the movies, we have never really seen Cyclops and Jean Grey give birth to their child, Cable, aka Nathan Summers. But man, that could be the connection right there. Cyclops is maybe very upset that his fellow mutants die, but Dr. Doom coming in and stealing his little baby before he goes to this.
She gives birth and Doom just nukes the place for more.
Damn. Talking about a pregnancy story. Good Lord.
How I Met Your Mother.
Hey, son. You were born and all of your fellow mutants died.
Son, you were born and a multiversal madman showed up and just nuked your mother into ash and dust.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Time loop thing and metal virus that turns him into Cable. I could see that causing him a bunch of anger, and it's again, Dr. Doom is going after babies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Emilio. Okay, yeah. I haven't taken my kid yet, but I'll keep an eye out, guys. That could be it. Again, there were some rumors and reports going around that Dr. Doom lost a child of his own.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold on, pause.
And part of the reason that he is doing all.
I just thought about that. That would be really fucked up if that's literally the plot of the movie. He's just going around stealing people's kids.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Dr. Doom, Jeffrey Epstein or some shit.
Is Doom a stand-in for Epstein? What is happening? Marvel, in their infinite wisdom.
What's crazy is Robert Downey Jr. is uncredited with this scene, even though that's him in the right there. I don't know why he's not credited. Marvel is so stupid.
This and getting his revenge will be that same.
Well, it's like, did they forget that they announced the entire world that he was going to be Doom?
Oh God, man,
I don't get it. All right,
kind of child lost pain to other characters, and we know the Fantastic Four have a kid of their own, Franklin Richards, Black Panther and little T'Challa, Thor with love.
Doom can keep that kid.
Oh yeah, you can keep the black one. No one wants that. Never stole the black one. Only the white babies he collects. Jesus Christ, fuck this dude.
Doom comes back with the milk.
Bro steals all the white kids, and the black one is just the one he doesn't take. Dude, that was a joke that Sasquatch made. What is the one thing black men and white men have in common? They don't want to take care of black babies.
That's not right. That's
maybe possibly Scott Summers and Jean with little baby Cable. Like, there could be something there with babies getting snatched. And as I'm getting ready to post this video and double check stuff, I am seeing online other people with this same theory, except instead of Nathan Summers, it is Rachel Summers, their daughter. And there's even a Reddit post claiming that that's actually who Sadie Sink will be playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day, that they are trying to make sure Dr. Doom doesn't get their daughter, so they sent her to another timeline to protect her, and that's what.
This is why I know this movie's going to be all sorts of just basically. That thing Jody said about like what movies are when they're dangling keys like that. That's what this movie's going to be. When you actually logically think about it, it's about to fall apart. Like,
I want to say I would hope they don't do something like that, but
that's what Endgame and Infinity War were.
But it just God.
At least they had the aura moments, right? You got like some very cool stuff in there. But this movie, I can tell you, is going to be written like absolute donkey doo doo. Like,
well, they said they haven't even finished writing the script yet. Like the movie's in post production, and they still don't have a script. Like
what a great movie that's going to turn out. All the actors have said, "Yeah, we've been filming without a script. That's never good." I've never heard that and went, "That's good." I've never heard of that. It's always bad.
She's doing in that movie. That would be kind of crazy. I don't know if I believe that or not, but man, that would help connect a lot of things. She would have powers just like her mother, being able to read minds. And we heard in the leaked trailer, she is aware of the Peter Parker spell and things going on with him. So honestly, I'm liking this theory, and I do see it as a real possibility. But it could also just be Dr. Doom is very aware that the X-Men pose a huge threat. They are a very big, united group, and maybe just getting them off the checkerboard table is a smart move, hence the checkboard pieces, because it's a strategic move by Doom. Yeah.
Checkers.
I honestly don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be weirdly complicated when this movie comes out, simply because of all that time travel bullshit they're going to do with the multiverse and going to all these different places. Oh, God. I can't wait to watch this movie and be like, okay, I watched this. What the fuck just happened?
You know what's crazy, though, MSK? We're sitting here talking a lot of shit about it. What's the off chance that we actually go to see it next year? And it's actually the best damn thing Marvel's made in the past 5 years.
That'd be great. But Brand New Day comes out before this. So
yeah,
I like Thunderbolts. I like Fantastic Four. Hopefully Brand New Day is a 3 in a row. Hopefully that's a 3 in a row.
Yeah, I hope so.
But all the things, but we'll have to do that later. But all the things I heard about that is,
I just connected those dots in my head. I'm not that smart, but that's something, right? I cannot wait, man. The X-Men better have a large involvement. And even if this isn't a case,
Bro is sitting here blind, looking at the camera, doing these hand motions.
Everything in front of him is red.
Bro's gonna take that shit off and go, what the fuck? I'm seeing red everywhere.
Motherfucker's gonna take it off, and the light in the ceiling is just gonna blind him. He's gonna be like, ah!
Baby getting kidnapped by Doom or something of that sort. People look to have died at the mansion, and Cyclops is one of the sole
no shit.
No shit, buddy. You're really the detective here.
Such a large cast of characters. Gambit could be in that rubble. Channing Tatum's there going, oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this?
That'd be the funniest fucking thing ever when he said, I'm about to make a name for myself, is under rubble, dead.
No.
That'd be funny as hell.
He's getting ready to fight Doom by himself, and he gives that whole spiel. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. And Doom just squashes his head like a bug.
Thank God.
There might only be a few X-Men left. It would be kind of cool now if Cyclops has to outsource some help, and that's where he goes to Wolverine, goes to Deadpool, who are now in the universe. If Deadpool and Wolverine are in the same universe that these X-Men are in, something of that, and then he's just getting ready to go after
Have they
Doom.
confirmed? Hold on. Have they confirmed whether or not Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds got any involvement?
I've not seen anything or heard of that. They might be in it, honestly. I have no clue. Deadpool, I don't think so.
Wolverine, maybe, but I don't know.
Their Marvel characters do. I mean, that just sounds awesome to me. All that's really left now is to see what that next trailer is, because I remember hearing that this trailer was supposed to be the Doctor Doom trailer, the trailer where we see Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
Get an idea of his full costume, maybe a hint of his plan. Just there's been a lot of dialogue lately. Maybe it'll be a hint towards his motivations or his loss of a child. We'll just have to wait and find out. But this is where I throw it off to you guys. What did you think of the leaked trailer for Avengers Doomsday? Your thoughts and theories on it. As far as updates on the channel goes, guys, I am still getting acclimated here at home, so I know Stranger Things dropped, some probably other news things have happened. This is the quickest thing I found that I can easily make a video in between my new schedule. But now that I'm starting to get into the rhythm, videos will get back up soon and things will get a pop, and just be patient with me, and I know you will be, and I thank you for that. As always, movie peeps, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me.
Oh yeah, 3C Films, definitely check this guy out. I love this. I've been subbed to this guy for years.
Oh, he's good. He's really great.
Very awesome. But
he needs more subs, honestly.
This is literally why no one takes these fucking MCU shills seriously. I will show you guys this right here. This fucking retard is coping and saying this all had to happen because of Monica Rambeau. She's not even in the damn movie. That's why we know it's so consequential. Literally any of this could have happened in any other movie. Any other movie. Like,
oh my
God forbid, Multiverse Madness could have happened in.
Is he really referencing the joke that was the Avengers with a Z from Thunderbolts?
Yeah. If Monica wasn't trapped in the X-Men universe, you wouldn't have that X-Men trailer everyone is freaking out about. Yes, you would. You could just apply.
Does this motherfucker really think people are going to this movie for Monica Rambeau?
Person not even in the fucking movie. She's not even in the movie.
The movie's called Avengers Doomsday. I'm not that. Who gives a fuck about Monica Rambeau?
You know what's even funny about that? Marvel had her do that, and she's not even.
Yeah, she wasn't in the cast lineup, was she?
She did all that, and she's not even in the.
They'll probably bring her back for like Secret Wars, but
shit. That is the funniest thing ever. She got that,
dude. It's funny because kind of like you've seen people coping over, Sam Wilson's Falcon. Like you got everyone else. Well, Sam Wilson's Cap. Everyone else is coping over the fact that Marvel's just kind of slowly doing away with all these fucking characters that went nowhere.
Yeah, this guy said the Marvels wasn't garbage, made for maybe for misogynist idiots. It wasn't. It was just a movie, a fun movie to watch and enjoy. It wasn't supposed to be a masterpiece. Who the fuck watched that Marvel? Who watched any Marvel's trailer and thought that was going to be a masterpiece?
Once again, they tried to make a movie for a minority of people that just happened to scream really loud. Like they said that they made the movie for women. Guess what? Nobody showed. Not a single
who showed up. Mostly white men. White men with the top. White, Mexican, black men showed up to watch the movie. None of you women watch the Marvels. None of you women watch that shit.
Yeah, not a single woman showed up to watch the Marvels. Like, come the fuck on.
Also, everything I've heard about it, it probably is not. From everything I've heard, I've not seen it.
I'll give you my honest opinion. It's got some enjoyable moments, but it is the most bland, soulless, boring, just like. It is a movie they didn't need to make. Like if you looked at me and said, "What is the point of this movie? Like, how does it fit into the greater picture of the MCU?" Aside from the after credit scene, there is nothing about the Marvels that I could say sets up anything.
The thing that this Jeremy retard says. Like it or not, the MCU movie people were brainwashed into hating by rage grifters. No, the MCU made really shitty fucking trash garbage tier movies for pretty much almost 4 years straight. I'm not saying phase 1 through 3 didn't have their bad movies, but phases 4 through 5 have a streak of literal ass. Yeah, I had people on this show, we just only rank the movies. Give me a number of how many movies you actually enjoyed. The biggest number here was his, and he had 7 out of like 20. That's bad. That is terrible. No one was brainwashed into not liking the MCU. The MCU did that themselves with releasing horse shit fucking movies. Yeah, convince me to my face that Thor: Love and Thunder is good.
Oh God.
Eternals.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Muscle Mommy Jane Foster as much as anybody, but yeah, the movie's not good. It's not.
Like literally, they could have used any other character, not Photon, and it would impact the same. Literally, you could have that scene, and you could have literally put it like this, guys. You could have had you could have hired Benedict Cumberbatch to do a cameo in one of these movies.
The Batch of Cumber.
Have him open up a portal, and then he sees the X-Men from the Fox X-Men universe. You could have literally not had the Marvels have any of that, and it changed absolutely 100% nothing.
Or maybe just don't put or literally just put that after credit scene anywhere else except the Marvels.
I don't get why the Marvels is such a pivotal movie when that kind of concept shouldn't be in that movie anyway, and should be in another movie that deals with all that shit. You could have had that in Deadpool Wolverine. For being honest here.
Yeah, you really could have. That would have made more sense because it's X-Men oriented.
It's YouTubers' fault. People don't like the MCU, not the MCU putting out aggressively really shitty movies.
And let's not sugarcoat. He's talking about people like Gary. He's talking about people like Ryan Kinnell and, the Critical Drinker. It's like, no, it's like you said, Marvel started making really dog shit fucking products. and people turned on them because they didn't like what they were getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got nothing to do with YouTubers. I mean, I was one of those people.
Also, that's another illogical fallacy too. Not what you're saying, but like that is such an illogical fallacy that they think that YouTubers have this big of an impact over what mainstream audiences would be interested in general. That wouldn't happen.
If I remember correctly, guys like Nerdrotic and Ryan Kinnell were still criticizing certain things about the MCU long before phases 4 and 5 even happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this didn't start with them. Like, you guys just started making really shitty ass movies that not everyone likes. And the only people that like these fucking movies are soy boy cucks like that motherfucker that think Monica Rambeau is one of the most important characters going into Avengers Doomsday. No, the fuck she ain't. You know what? I hope, dude.
And we know, Marvel didn't value her either. Marvel didn't value her because Marvel's.
Dude, I hope to God, if Avengers Doomsday can give me anything, I really hope that it gives me Doctor Doom just laying waste to all these fucking characters that all these soy boy cucks fucking like. Like, if he just comes in and mollywops the shit out of them, shits in Monica Rambeau's fucking brain pan, splits open Brie Larson's fucking skull and leaves her to bleed on the fucking floor in a pile of her own piss and shit, just so I can watch all these fucking losers cope and seethe about it afterwards. Fucking awesome.
It's actually quite funny how people literally think YouTubers have that big of an impact.
No. Oh, no.
It could be just, I don't know. People agree with people just, I don't know, could agree with them and go, you know what? They're right. These movies suck. Actually, we do know these movies suck because they brought back the original people, because the new characters they tried pushing to use failed.
Yeah. They brought
we know they suck. They know they suck. That's why they're changing it. Crazy. Why do people think, let's just use this as logic? Why do you guys think they're going to soft reboot with Secret Wars? Why would they need to soft reboot if the fans like these movies?
You know what's funny? A lot of these people were also complaining about, well, it kind of feels like the MCU's dying, they're losing a lot of money.
I wonder why. Where you get that feeling from?
They're losing a lot of money. And then the moment Marvel does something to try and make money, they're like, no, not like that. Not like that. Fuck you.
This is the most illogical, dumb fucking retards ever.
I know.
I just don't get it. Okay, so let's just say this. So you are calling people dumb that they can't think for themselves and they only get their opinions from YouTubers. That's the reason why those movies failed. It was because those movies weren't good.
Do you know how many times I've gone to see a movie that you all have hated and I've been the only jackass in our group that's fucking liked it?
Yeah. You heard what we said. You were like, okay, cool. I'm going to see it for myself. I like this. We disagree. That's fine. That's how life goes. That's literally how life should function, with disagreements or agreements, right?
People like this who are chronically online don't live in the real world. I don't even think they interact with actual people, because
he has sex with his mom. I can tell.
Because if they did interact with actual people, they would realize, people feel differently about things that I like. Okay, not everybody doesn't share the same opinion as me. And I'm not saying they would ever realize that, there's nothing wrong with that, because let's face it, a lot of these people are so fucking brain dead. Like, if people don't agree with them to a T, they're the enemy. And
it's the opposite too. Like, even the people that say they're not like, I don't know, Jeremy or Ryan or Gary, even if people say they're not like them, they're the same way. If you don't agree with them, they don't like you. I find it how if they do things, everything's wrong, bad, horrible. But if you have a different way of looking at the MCU and how they did things, then your way was justified and right. And no, you are the one that really understands. It's like,
it's just
both of you just could be right. Both of you could be wrong.
These people are just idiots. No, I'm serious. Like, I really hope Doom shows up and then uses Kamala Khan's fucking carcass as like dental floss or something. Like,
I want him to pick out all of her teeth and use it to, I can't say that on Twitch, but I want him to potentially mold it in a rope and use it in a certain way.
He pulls her up into a bowling ball and like throws her at the fucking Avengers.
Like an episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
It's like Family Guy.
What if there's a universe they go to in this movie and one of the characters is like, hey, why would you guys have a lot of men here? Why would you add women to this? I just need dialogue like that. Like,
he goes to the universe where the Sasquatch is just taking over everything.
people be getting mad triggered over the dumbest shit. In my
Yeah.
opinion, I think Marvel desperately pivoted to this. They knew that they had the nostalgia card to play with the Fox X-Men characters. They knew they had that.
Gee, it's
That's why they're
almost
using it.
it's almost like when
And we know that wasn't originally the plan. Because that was Kang first. Almost like a pivot.
It's like, geez, I'm losing all this money. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do everything in my power to try and get it back.
Hey, my Kang monkey plan didn't pan out. Fuck, let me go back to the white man.
Avengers we was guess what, people? Avengers we was Kangs is not happening. Like,
man, I hate people. I feel like both sides of the coin are just awful. Like, the people that say they're not like those people act very similar to those people and gaslight themselves thinking that they're better when they're the same. I just don't get it. But it's all good. I will try to make sure my brain works tomorrow when I have to go to work. But
yeah,
I'll let you guys know what ends up happening. So as you guys know, well, what's crazy is I thought it was gonna work late tomorrow, but it turns out I'll be getting off earlier. I'll be getting off like around 7:30 my time. But
I have the most fucked up work schedule for this week. Like, so today on Sundays we normally go in at like 10 o'clock, like on a regular Sunday, but I guess because of Christmas and all that, they made everybody come in at 12 and like, you know, work from 12 to, you know, when everybody got done. So I have tomorrow and Tuesday to work. We're off Wednesday because of the new year. And then we go back to work Thursday. And then I'm off again the following day after that for the weekend.
What a weird, what? All right. So as we wrap it up here, because I know we got to get to bed. I gotta get to work in the morning too. I'll probably stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel early in the morning if I feel up to it. If not, then I'll just stream it later when I get off work. But do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Not anything major. I mean, we're still doing Curse of Strahd. We're gonna reconvene after the new year. I think that's this upcoming weekend. I'll have to double check, but that'll be episode 26. So if you're into D&D, or even if you're not into D&D, you know, come check us out. We usually interact with the chat quite a bit. There's a lot of madness. You know what? It doesn't get a lot of viewership, but you know what? Me and my friends just have a great fucking time playing the game and just acting like fools for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Gonna start streaming Resident Evil 7. Well, not 7. Gonna start streaming Resident Evil Village pretty soon, just because Resident Evil Requiem drops in February, I'm pretty sure. So I want to beat that game before that game comes out. Also, starting in 2026, I am going to be going back to the movies. I'm revitalizing the movie channel that I've had, you know, for about 2 years now and haven't really uploaded to that much just because I've been on a vacation, been on a hiatus. I am going to rebrand that from the Unbiased Movie Nerd to Full Metal Critic, just to kind of stick with the Full Metal lingo there. I need to work on a new intro, but I'm going to try and get that done this week. That way, when January hits, I can start going back to the movies. It's going to be a little weird, but I feel like, you know, if I can get back into the groove and just keep rolling with it, dude, it's something it's just something I'll always continue to do as long as, you know, movies are open.
Also, happy birthday to one of my longtime subscriber of 9+ years, Tony Robinson. Happy birthday, dude. Hopefully you have a great day. As you guys know, for me, I have to pretty much let you guys know what my stream schedule is going to be after this week coming up, because like I told you guys before, my schedule just might look a little bit different because it was Christmas and New Year's weeks. But I'll have to see starting the second week of January what my schedule is going to look like consistently, because I don't want to make a whole bunch of changes and then it looked what happened before holiday season, and then I change everything, and then I have to work on refixing it all back and switching everything back to what it used to be. But I'm gonna have the shows and the game streams like usual. It's just I have to wait until I get that schedule for the second week of January after New Year's week is over. So then I'll know if this is the new schedule I have for work, that's fine. But if it reverts back to what it was before, then we can have what we had before. So I was going to initially stream Monday for the final Monday of the year, because we had pretty much streamed literally every single Monday outside of like one the entire year. I even booked a guest because I know Gray wasn't going to be around this Monday, but I told the guest, hey, I'm probably going to end up working late Monday. So he ended up making plans. So I don't know if Bob's going to be around tomorrow, because tomorrow when I get off work, like around 7:30, I'm going to be getting home like around 7:45, and it's already going to be too late for him. So, you guys already saw our final Monday show of the year last week. And this right here, the reason why I streamed this show today was because this makes up for not having the Monday show. So this will already, cover that. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do best here, which is every day, 7 days a week.
We're gonna do what we do best.
Just clap, chase, and stream. But yeah, outside of all that. The next MSK show episode will be on Tuesday when I have a show with Professor Savage Dad, because his schedule's also changed based off of his job situation. So, we will see how that ends up going. And yeah, hopefully me and Nate can do this again, cover some more people's videos whenever we get some more free time.
Yeah,
but yes,
I'm down.
But yes, happy holidays to everyone. Hopefully you guys had hopefully you guys had a great Halloween. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope you guys have a great New Year's. And we will see you guys. Okay, so thank you for checking out this episode of the MSK